lots of fun? Visit us and call Daniel or Bo at Town Village Audubon Park at 901-374-7342. There's no place like home. Town Village Audubon Park.
Welcome to Sports 56 Mornings with Peter Edmiston. Co-hosting Sports 56 Mornings is Anthony Sane. Here are Peter and Anthony with Sports 56 Mornings.
Well. It's not a cruise ship. It's not a cruise ship. He don't have a cruise ship.
Well, he
Welcome
needed
in,
a
everybody.
cruise ship.
He needed a cruise ship. I need a cruise ship. Because, yeah, I'm Peter Edmiston, and Anthony Sane is not with us yet. Because he had a little flat tire situation this morning, and you know how that goes, and so he's getting alternate transportation, and I think he's going to be here soon. But who knows how these things go? So not a particularly pleasant morning for our friend Anthony Sane, but he should be here in just a little bit. So everybody sympathize with him when he arrives. It sucks, it sucks when you're going to work and you get a flat tire, and then you just got to deal with that all day, and it's just that's a whole thing, right?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
I'll try to be nicer to Anthony. I'll do my best. I don't know. I can't promise anything, but I'll try. It is the Christmas season, so it's it's time to be as kind as we can. I am Peter Edmiston. That is Zach Boyd, who's producing today's program as he does every day. We are just it's Christmas Eve, everybody. 2 days away from Christmas here in the Family Leisure Studios. It's also Grizzly Day. Happy opening day for the Grizzlies season. We opened up the NBA season last night with a nationally televised doubleheader that, frankly was not super duper competitive. Either one was kind of anticlimactic in many ways. But we'll see what happens tonight with the Grizzlies and the Spurs getting underway. No fans, unfortunately, at FedEx Forum to be able to enjoy it, but the game itself will go on. We'll talk about that a lot today, including with Rob Fisher, who will join us at 9 o'clock here on this hump day, as he does every single Wednesday. We'll get you set for the season. We'll get you set for expectations. We'll get some predictions and all of that coming up here in just a little bit. Also, for those of you that want to join us, you can do that in a number of different ways. You can call us up. Oh, yeah, no problem. You can call us up 360-8255, 901-360-8255. That's the First Bank phone line, 901-360-8255. 55. Now, you can also hit us up on the First Bank text line. That is 67129. 67129. That's 67129 on the First Bank text line. We'd love to hear from you. Today's going to be I don't know. What do you think? It's okay right now as you're outside. It's not bad, but it's not going to be great. As the day goes on, rain is going to start getting into the mix a little bit potentially. So just FYI, today it'd be like I don't know, afternoon, a little after lunch. Should be okay until lunchtime, and then after lunch, I think we're going to start seeing some rain kick in high right around high 50s, low 60s kind of thing, and then as the rain comes in, it is going to get cold. So enjoy the weather right now. Right now it's 54 outside, so it's nice. It will get significantly colder by the end of the day. So I'm going to give you a little pro tip. Throw a light jacket in the car. Or maybe in the old bag as you're making your way to work. Throw a little jacket in there. You know what I mean? Because the little layers. You might be okay right now with just a nice little long sleeve kind of action, but soon enough you're going to want that jacket. So
I think I think an umbrella is warranted as well. If
an umbrella is warranted too. Yes, agreed.
If you're out past lunchtime, taking care of some last minute Christmas shopping type of thing.
Agreed. Agreed. I think that's a very good idea. If you're doing last minute, this is very last minute Christmas shopping, but I appreciate it because I'm kind of in the same. I'm kind of in the same boat here. So
boy,
I'm with you. I'm with you. This is my. I'll say, Zach, those of us who like to wait till the last minute or cut it pretty close on Christmas shopping, this pandemic, it makes it real challenging in a lot of ways. To really adjust the whole thing, it's tough. It's not been easy. I'm gonna tell you.
No, and I have done a 11th hour Christmas shopping spree before. Especially for me, because I don't like being around a large group of people that much. Like I usually get in and get out. Like I don't like to linger. Yeah. But if I'm
you're all business.
But if I have to linger and slow drag because I'm bobbing and weaving through people, then it's okay, this is a bit much. And then on top of that, like you said, Peter, add the pandemic on there. Oh, we got capacity limits. So I'm definitely standing outside in the rain, getting cold, while I'm trying to go in here and buy stuff.
It's very strange. It's a very strange way to end a very strange year. And all I can say is I hope that 2021 is, if it's worse, then we're all screwed. So I can only assume it's better. There's no way. It's really hard to imagine that it could be worse. I guess it could be, but I really don't want to think about what that would even entail. So we'll leave it at that. But as I said, Anthony Sain will join us whenever he can, as he's trying to navigate all the craziness that happens whenever you get a flat tire and you have to deal with all that nonsense. As I mentioned last night, we saw the debut of the NBA and the return of Kevin Durant to action. Kyrie Irving, the new Nets, finally together, and I can't wait to get Sain's take on this because I know he's got to be excited. It was a low key, just a real easy night against the Warriors, 125-99. I know that the NBA. And I'm sure the schedule makers thought, man, we're gonna this is gonna be great. This is gonna be Warriors. It's gonna be Steph, and it's gonna be Steph and Clay and Draymond and blah blah blah. Well, turns out, no. It turns out that in fact it is not any of that. And on top of that, you're getting what was looked like one of the worst teams in the NBA last night, the Golden State Warriors. Against what looked like a very, very good team in the Brooklyn Nets, who didn't even really have to get out of second gear. If you look at the minutes totals, I mean, these dudes didn't even play. Kyrie Irving played 25 minutes. Kevin Durant played 25 minutes. They played half a game and ran away with this thing. Karis LeVert, same thing. Just didn't play a bunch of minutes and didn't have to. There was no point. In fact, did you know? One of the stats from last night, amongst both games, in 96 minutes of basketball between Brooklyn, Golden State, and the Clippers, Lakers, there was one lead change. One. And it was at the very beginning of the Warriors Nets game. The Warriors went up 4-2, and then I think Durant hit a three, and that was it. At that point, at no point then, the Warriors never led after that. And then in the Clippers-Lakers game, the Clippers went up early and never trailed, ever, in the entire game.
Wait.
96 minutes of basketball, there was one lead change.
Wait, the Lakers made a comeback to cut the deficit in the third.
Yeah, but they never took the lead. No, they never took the lead. At no point did they ever take the lead. At no point really did they even get within a possession, I don't think. I think they kind of cut it down, but it was not. No.
That's terrible, man. What
I know.
What are you doing? That is terrible. The only lead change is happened at the beginning of the first game of the night.
Yep.
And
isn't that crazy?
you got all the superstars on the floor, and there's no lead changes. There's nothing.
Nope. Lakers got close a few times, but never got over that hump. The Clippers kept kind of pushing it out. It was right there. It was right there, so close. They got it to like 1.2 points, 1.2 points. They never got it over the hump. And then eventually the Clippers pulled away in the end and won the game pretty comfortably. So yes, one lead change. Not the most exciting opening night in recent memory. That's for sure. It was real easy. It was real easy for both the Nets and the Clippers. Now let's before because we will save all the real dumb takes for maybe Grizzly talk and later on. let's nobody start writing the epitaph for the Lakers just yet. Lakers played pretty badly. They played like a team that had previously won the finals 71 days ago.
Yeah.
So and barely had any time off. They didn't really didn't look good at all. But it's early on. I mean, LeBron had 22 points, 5 assists, 5 rebounds. He kind of looked a little older. But he is a little older. He's starting to look at a little bit, and that means in the regular season especially, I think he's going to be very cautious about cranking it up. You're not going to see next level LeBron until the playoffs roll around. Anthony Davis, same kind of thing. It was a pretty low key, just kind of whatever night for him. Dennis Schroeder looked probably the best of the debuting Lakers. Everybody else just kind of whatever. I mean, Marc Gasol, for example, 5 fouls, 12 minutes, no points, 1 rebound, 1 assist, 0 shots, 0 for 0 for 0 points. The legendary Talen Horton-Tucker played 11 minutes and 6 points. THT did not, in fact, single-handedly give the Lakers the victory last night. So, but I hear everybody and Paul George, playoff P in full swing here. Regular season P.
Regular P.
Regular P. 33 points, 13 of 18. He looked great because nothing mattered. And I love the interview after the game. We'll have to get we'll get some audio of that. I'll send it to you, Zach. But the interview after the game was spectacular. When Barkley basically was like, "Didn't you guys get a bunch of preferential treatment and all that?" And he's like, "Yeah, pretty much." And Shaq is like, "Hey, bum, way to play in a game that doesn't matter, bum. When are you going to play well in a good game?" Like, one of the great adversarial interviews. It's the one thing that inside the NBA can always give you that. I mean, you can always get that. You can always guarantee that from them.
Just
fantastic.
An onslaught of like all the heels just coming out there, like Chuck, I caught bits and pieces of like when they going in and out of breaks and in between the games and whatever at halftime. Yeah. But I mean, it's like it's like Chuck took the break and decided to study up on what he said last year just to one up himself again this year. Because it's like, man, he's off to a fiery start.
It was great. And between that and the Kevin Durant interview where Durant gave him a one-word answer and Chuck was good to have those guys back, man. It's good to have those guys back. We'll talk more about it coming up. Also, Auburn has got a brand new head coach, Brian Harsin from Boise State, after a tumultuous search, a search that was not exactly straightforward. I mean, nothing is straightforward when it comes to Auburn in so many ways. Lots of names rumored, lots of people pulling their name out of the race, including Billy Napier, the head coach of Louisiana, and Brent Venables, the Clemson defensive coordinator, who has made a history of pulling his name out of job offers. He's done nothing but pull his name out of job offers, so he doesn't seem to want to be a head coach. And there's some rumors about all of that. I have absolutely
I'm curious.
No idea.
I'm curious for Venables. Like what job is he looking for?
I don't think he's looking for anything. I mean, I really don't. And there's some rumors that he's got some personal stuff that might be problematic in a head coaching situation, and that he likes Clemson for that reason. I have no idea, but it is weird that he doesn't seem to want to parlay what he's done into a head coaching gig. Auburn is a good gig. I mean, you can, clearly, as evidenced by, just a decade ago, you can win a national championship at Auburn.
Yeah.
You can get to you can get to the playoffs. You can do everything you want to do at Auburn. So it's a good job. It's a good job, and they pay. They pay.
Oh,
so,
they pay. Hey,
Brian Harsin was at Boise State, and I mean, listen, he's put up a really strong record. He is not Chris Peterson. Chris Peterson's Boise run was legendary, and I don't think anyone could touch it. But 69-19 over the last 7 seasons is pretty good. That's not bad, and he's kept a very consistent run. He likes to trick play. He likes to juice it up a little bit. So I feel like it makes some sense. Boise State, additionally, has been in chats. It has been revealed with the American to try to join the American potentially. They're trying to negotiate about jumping in. Would be a very to me, it's a no-brainer if you can do it. But
yeah,
I don't. The logistics of that might be a little weird with Boise and then everybody else who is not there. A story we're going to get to another story later on. I'll save it for when Sane is here, but suffice to say that it's just classic. It's just classic Washington football team as Dwayne Haskins, quarterback of the Washington football team, who got his opportunity after a rough season where he's been he started as the starter, but then he got benched and went down to third string, and he's seen his position kind of under assault, and he was a Daniel Snyder guy, but he was not a Ron Rivera guy. But Rivera tried and didn't really work, and Alex Smith came in and started to lead the Washington football team to what you might call success or limited success. And then lo and behold, injury besets him, and here comes Dwayne Haskins back and playing Seattle, and he's a starter for the first time in a while, and all that stuff is, hey, man, hey, cool. And then what happens? How does he celebrate? We celebrate with strippers. Maskless, man. He was either at a strip club or at a hotel room of some sort. Getting his best James Harden impression. Is doing his best James Harden impression.
Listen, man. Listen, you just got to get it how you get it.
You don't have to get it how you get it. That's the thing. You really don't. You really do not. That's you actually don't. That's the crazy thing. You really don't. You may think you do, but you really don't. You really don't. You really don't have to celebrate with strippers in a maskless situation when you've struggled to keep your job and you're frankly on the outs of the organization. You really don't have to do that. That's just a pro tip for everybody out there. Don't do that. Especially in COVID. I don't know. I mean, non-COVID, okay, all right, whatever you got to do what you got to do. But COVID, come on, man. Lap dances don't. They're not the same. They're not the same in COVID.
It's a celebration when you get your job back, man. Like, come on now. Like, let's party this thing up. Like, I got my job back. I got my starting gig back, man. Like, bring the strippers. Bring the bottles. Let's go, man. Book the room. Like, let's happen it, man. Let's get it. Let's live it up, man. Let's go, man.
Well, let's go. So anyway, we'll talk more about it later on. But suffice to say, that's
you only live once, Peter. Come on now.
Yeah, apparently you only get one job.
And there's only 32 of them.
And there's
30
only 32
of us.
of them, and you just wait. Can't wait. A couple more weeks. Season's gonna be over. Anyway, I'm just it's just super annoying. But he is sorry, so that's good. So we got that going for us. He's definitely sorry. Which I know amongst everyone I certainly appreciate. Last night, Boca Raton Bowl. These bowl games, it's amazing how fast they've come now. Like I can't deal with how quickly these bowls are here. I don't. We literally just had the announcement. Sunday, and now we're having them.
Yeah.
There's like a day of waiting, and then we're right into the bowl season yesterday and day before, and I don't know. I don't know. Yeah. They're like many things in 2020. They are not hitting the same. It's a very although last night quite an entertaining game between BYU and UCF. So kudos to the roofclaim.com Boca Raton Bowl. Shout out to whatever that is for their sponsorship of that particular thing. Also, shout out to Nevada, victorious over Tulane, the American represented in the famous Idaho Potato Bowl. And you may have seen at the end of the game, Zach, certainly something after your own heart. I don't know how you feel about Gatorade. I don't know how you feel about Powerade. But do you feel? How do you feel about a coach getting doused with French fries? Because that's what happened at the end of the Potato Bowl. Nevada's coach, Jay Norvell. Well, he's a Norvell, unrelated to Mike Norvell.
Yeah, Jay Norvell
got slathered in potatoes, in French fried potatoes. And they got in Nevada got a flag for unsportsmanlike conduct and the whole deal because they had to clean up all the fries. It's just you got fries all over the field. They dump fries on the field for crying out loud. This is the blue turf where Brian Harsin and the Boise State Broncos are playing, and they're dumping fries, a fry bath.
Keep it simple, y'all. Come on. Like,
how do you feel about it? How do you feel about getting fries dumped all over you?
Listen,
I know I mean, that would be vegetarian friendly.
It's definitely vegetarian friendly. Like potatoes are like one of the main substance of food that I eat on not an everyday basis, but for the most part, like every other basis.
They make up a large part of your diet.
Oh yeah, and to see cut up French fries just being doused on the head coach because hey, we won the Potato Bowl. You know what?
Yeah.
You know what's a great gimmick? Let's just dump fries on him instead of Gatorade because it's the Potato Bowl. Like no.
Well,
no.
Tonight you also have the Montgomery Bowl. Memphis against Florida Atlantic. I don't know if they're going to dump.
What they gonna make all the teams ride the buses? Like what? Like no, no. Like don't. Just keep it to the Gatorade. Like let's stop trying to think out the box here. Man.
Anywhere in the bus though, they could sit
anywhere from the anywhere.
They can sit anywhere. That's the important thing. So you also have the New Orleans Bowl this afternoon with Louisiana Tech and Georgia Southern. I know a game that everyone is really fired up about, and hopefully you can get off work to watch that one as a prelude for tonight's Montgomery Bowl. On a scale of 1 to 10, Zach, what's your excitement level for the Montgomery Bowl?
It's about 5 or 6.
What? Really?
About 5 or 6. Like I'm excited.
I haven't heard you mention one thing about it. I haven't heard you even. I don't think you even thought about it.
No, I honestly I forgot that they were going to play play today.
Exactly.
I forgot.
Exactly.
Up until I realized like, oh, I get to work today, and then I was like, oh, wait a minute, like the Tigers do play tomorrow. Then it's like, yeah, that's right. That's the weird doubleheader here in the city of Memphis. So I was like, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it is going to be that kind of a situation. So the Tigers in the Montgomery Bowl tonight against Florida Atlantic and Willie Taggart and
FAU.
It's something. It's something. It's something. It's something. I don't know. I can't get.
Yeah.
These bowl games have come so quickly. I can't really get too fired up about it. LSU, by the way, speaking of which, and speaking of fired. Bo Pelini gone, and now Steve Ensminger, the offensive coordinator, is retiring. So major shake of the Pelini thing was just didn't work, and they just ate $7 million out of that. Ridiculous. But Ensminger retiring, which means more upheaval. They won that national championship, but boy, it's been rough since then. COVID has claimed another team. The 2-win South Carolina Gamecocks cannot go to the bowl.
Who invited them?
The Gasparilla Bowl. UAB against South Carolina. UAB looking for an opponent now in the Gasparilla Bowl. This is absurd. It's absurd that this is even happening. I really can't. I can't begin to tell you. Just stupid. It's stupid that South Carolina would be invited to a bowl as a 2-win team. It's stupid that they accepted it. It's now appropriate that they can't play because of COVID. That just makes sense in this day and age. And frankly, they shouldn't have been there to begin with. It's interesting that Tennessee and South Carolina, both teams that really should not have been in their respective bowls, have had COVID issues and can't even go. Brutal stuff. So, yeah.
Hey, man, they
2-win team getting a bowl is just, it's, can't even talk about it.
They didn't do enough to win on Tuesdays, man.
Ugh,
they didn't do enough,
ridiculous.
man. Like if you would have done one-on-ones just enough, man. If you would have done your walkthroughs just enough on Tuesdays, maybe you would have had a bowl game. But no, you're not.
No.
And plus,
when
who invited
we come,
you? Like,
exactly. Yeah, I know. When we come back, we will hopefully be joined by Anthony Sain. We'll see how his attempt to get here is going, and we'll talk about last night's games and about the upcoming Grizzlies season. We'll get to the Tiger game coming up later on. Rob Fisher's going to join us at 9 o'clock, so plenty to get to here in the Family Leisure Studios. Real Sports Talk, Sports 56, 98.5, 96.1.
Spend your lunch with Greg Gaston and Eli Savoy on Sports 56 middays.
Lunchy munchy.
Weekdays from 10 till 1 on Sports 56, 98.5, and 96.1.
All 36-month leases, $31.49 due at signing, 0 security deposit, $650 acquisition fee, 10,000 miles per year, 20 cents excess mileage, Forte, ME 299.10, MSRP 20,625, Soul M7755 682, MSRP 20,315, K5MG 003,199, MSRP 25,725, includes all manufacturer rebates and incentives, PF 695, excludes tax title license with approved credit warranty, is a limited powertrain warranty. See Kia.com or retailer for details. Offer valid through 12/31/20, dealer stock only.
Are you ready to be happy this holiday season? Well, we got you covered at Gossett Kia South Mount Moriah. So come be happy with Kia's holiday sales event. Command the season. 2020 Kia Forte, $142 a month lease. 2021 Kia Soul, $148 a month lease. Plus 2021 Kia K5, $192 a month lease. All just 36 months, $31.49 due at signing. Stay happy all season long with Forte, $142, Soul, $148, Kia K5, $192. So whether you live in Horn Lake, South Haven, Olive Branch, or Memphis, you'll be happy at Gossett Kia, 2680 Mount Moriah or KiaMountMoriah.com. If you want it, we got it at Gossett Motor Cars.
NFL is in its final leg of the season. College basketball is back and NBA tip-off is almost here. Add a little excitement to your sports watching experience by betting on all the action on FanDuel Sportsbook. There's a reason why FanDuel is America's #1 sportsbook. Their app is simple to use. They've got great odds on all different betting markets, unique, fun bet types like same-game parlay, and exclusive, always-on promotions such as enhanced odds boost on the biggest events, and bet insurance to let you get more action out of every game. And if you win, they even get you your winnings safely in as little as 24 hours. Right now, FanDuel is letting you place your first bet risk-free up to $1,000. Just place any bet on any game, and FanDuel will refund you back $1,000 if you don't win your first bet. Download the FanDuel Sportsbook app and be sure to sign up with promo code CASH so they know we sent you. Must be 21 or older and present in Tennessee. Site credit is non-withdrawable and expires 14 days after receipt. Terms apply. See sportsbook.fanduel.com for details. For problem gambling support, call 1-800-889-9789.
Is the cost of finishing the basement worth the benefit of some peace and quiet? When questions find you, Merrill Edge Self-Directed Investing can help you find answers with personalized planning tools and insights to help you get where you want to go, even if it's just downstairs. Merrill, a Bank of America company. Visit merrilledge.com/withinreach to get started today.
Investing involves risk. Merrill Lynch, Pierce, Fenner & Smith Incorporated. Registered broker-dealer, member SIPC. Investment products are not FDIC insured, are not bank guaranteed, and may lose value.
If you need glass replaced, there's only one name you need to know. Ben Swinger Glass, the largest full-service glass company in the U.S. They've been an industry leader for over 125 years. For all your residential, commercial, or auto glass needs, Ben Swinger Glass is the name you need to know. 24-hour emergency service for all commercial customers, plus a nationwide warranty on all professionally installed glass. 2 Memphis locations, one in Midtown, on Hollywood Street across from the Liberty Bowl, and one in Cordova, off Germantown Parkway next to the Fox and House. Visit their website, benswingerglass.com. Ben Swinger Glass.
A good friend of mine told me about this awesome place for lunch.
Oh, yeah? What's the name?
Neil's Grill and Bar, where the fat man rocks. Everybody knows Neil.
Where's it located?
It's located in Yorkshire Square off of Quince.
And what's it like?
The best lunch place in Memphis. You know, like real mashed potatoes and gravy. Everything is made from scratch. Monday through Friday, daily lunch specials like Monday baked chicken, Tuesday chicken fried steak, yum, fried chicken livers every Wednesday, Friday Salisbury steak, barbecue chicken, or if you just want a vegetable plate, the best veggies in town.
What about the lunch price?
Meat and 2 veggies, $7.95. Meat and 3 veggies, $9.99. And veggie plate, $8.95. Big fat boy portions, man.
Hey, you're making me hungry.
Come hear the best live local music at Neil's. Mondays, karaoke. Tuesdays, Debbie Jameson. Wednesdays, Elmo and the Shades. Thursdays, Eddie Smith. And the best Memphis music all weekend at Neil's Bar and Grill.
Where the fat man rocks.
It's on Mid-South employee pricing for all during the Big Finish 2020. So get ready to save big with 2021 Jeep Renegade Latitude 4-wheel drive. IIHS Top Safety Pick $22,990 or $296 a month. Or power up with 2020 Dodge Charger $24,890 or $299 a month. And we're talking Ram Tough in a 2020 Ram 1500 Tradesman Crew Cab 4x2 $31,999 or $399 a month. It's time to get your ride on at Gossett Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram Fiat. So drive past the rest and come to the best. Gossett Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram Fiat. 1901 Covington Pike or online at GossettMotorCars.net. If you want it, we got it at Gossett Motorcars.
Almost financed through Chrysler Jeep Ram 3,500 cash down, Charger 4,500 cash down, 4.11 APR, Cherokee MD 15674, MSRP 28,050, Charger XST LH 248,348, MSRP 32,860, Ram LG 290 329, MSRP 37,855, includes all rebates and incentives, PF 695, excludes tax title and license with approved credit. See dealer for complete details. Offer valid through 12/31/20, dealer stock only.
Hi, this is Rob Brown. Join us every Saturday morning on Sports 56 WHBQ from 8 to 10 a.m. and 96.1 FM and the new FM 98.5. We'll be covering the Memphis Tigers, the SEC, college football, college basketball, college baseball. We'll look into recruiting. We'll have guests from around the country with the latest news, the most knowledgeable people out there, the coaches, the players, the people who play the games. Don't forget to join us on the sidelines. Sports 56, 96.1, and the new FM 98.5.
Sports 56 traffic.
Right now, we have an accident on I-240 westbound before Poplar Avenue. 3 lanes and the shoulder is blocked currently right now on I-240 westbound at Poplar. There's at least 3 vehicles that are involved. So just keep in mind heading into that direction, I-240 westbound before Poplar Avenue, 3 lanes, 3 lanes to the right are blocked along with the shoulder. Also, accident on Shelby Drive near Hacks Cross as well. And that is your Sports 56 traffic update.
Welcome back to Sports 56 Mornings with Peter Edmiston.
Yes, I will be good, I promise.
Co-hosting Sports 56 Mornings is Anthony Sane.
That's great, man.
Now, back to Peter and Anthony.
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas.
Oh, yeah.
Everywhere.
Hey, look who's here.
Take a look in the 5 and
It's Flat Tire Sane.
Had to come bail you bums out, man.
Who bailed you out?
I know you thought I had my superpowers and I wasn't showing back up to this joint. I know this is what you thought.
No. If you had your superpowers, you wouldn't have had a flat tire this morning.
It's me, man. The pop star himself back in the building. You know how you know you're a pop star, man?
How?
When you jump in your Uber ride and your Uber driver knows who you are.
Yeah, but that didn't happen, so.
You're a lie. You're alive. I ain't never seen a lie. Y'all be doubting my pop star status, man. When doctors want to argue with you on Twitter about nonsense, that's how you know you made it, bro.
Is that true?
For sure.
Does that mean I made it? I'm excited about this. I didn't realize. I was okay.
I said, dude, I host a show with Peter Edmiston. You think I don't know nothing about this Rona life? I had a tweet that.
That's right.
I tweeted out about your boy Steve Kerr, and I said, "How long will it be before he say, guys, do we really need to be playing these games?" I tweeted about that discussion. Then some guy comes in, well, actually, they don't need to be. Shut the hell up. I get all that, bro. But that's not the point I'm trying to make, jackass.
Yeah, that's not what you're working for there. I understand the point you're making. Welcome, Anthony Sane.
What's up?
I'm glad you're back.
I'm having a very bad day.
I know. I'm sorry about that whole flat tire situation.
My brother across the glass, Zach Boyd. I love that brother. But I don't want to talk to any of you.
That's not bad. That's not bad right there.
Yeah, man. One of those days, brother. It's one of those days.
It happens, man. It happens. Unfortunately, it happens on a day like this. That's not the best. Hopefully, you get things
I got
squared
stuff
away,
to
man.
do. I got stuff to do after the show, man. I don't have time to be fooling around with no flat tire, man. Then I ain't
What
got
about your spare? Did you
I
have
ain't
a
got
spare?
no jack. I ain't got no spare. I ain't got nothing, man. I'm the most unprepared grown man in the world.
You have a spare or jack or nothing?
If anybody wants to contribute to the Anthony Sane Get My Car to a Tire Shop fund, which also comes with a free tour of the hood.
Hit my cash.
Y'all, I don't need your cash app. I need like some elbow grease. I need somebody to meet me who's got a jack, who can take my tire off, help me take my tire to the tire shop, which will be in the hood by the way. So just be prepared. It ain't going to Pep Boys. It's not gonna be one of them type of situations.
We're not going to Firestone.
No, it ain't going to Firestone. So just be aware of all that comes with
Pimp Boys.
Yeah, Pimp Boys. Yeah, just yeah. So if anybody wants to meet me at the Cash America Pond on Covington Pike to this rescue mission for my car.
Is that where your car stopped?
Yeah, man.
The Cash America Pond.
No, I wasn't at the pawn shop. My car, like I heard something under the car, right? So I heard something.
Are you pawning? Are you doing a quick little pawn?
Man, I might
pawning
just,
this morning.
I might just pawn the whole. I might just pawn the whole car.
Might just pawn the car. Yeah,
Yeah, I might just do
while
that.
it's there, you might as well.
Yeah, so I'm driving and I get the blowout and I'm like, oh crap! But I was able to. I was, in the turning lane, so there was no traffic, of course. It was like 6 in the morning. So I turned into the pawn shop and left my car. I got to call them around 9 something. So in an effort not to have my car towed from this place.
Right. It's fantastic. That's fantastic. Well, I'm sorry, buddy.
And if anybody has roadside assistance and wants to pull a commonly used practice where you say I'm so-and-so and my car is parked at so-and-so, so-and-so. Let me know.
I was just going to address how the whole there's a bit of a controversy going on with the Grizzlies games where a lot of folks that because of Sinclair broadcasting.
I cannot relate.
I was going to say it seems like this is not something that either of us have any idea.
I drink your tears in pleasure. People who are complaining about paying for cable and can't watch the games. Whose fault is it? And when I try to be a beacon of light as far as bootleg stream is concerned. And my DMs are open. My DMs are open to help all of you guys. But you guys choose to pay for these services that don't even have the games.
Now, again, I would just point out that if everyone didn't pay, then there would be no game. It wouldn't work.
Well, shout out to the people who pay. That's also a lie, too. But what I was about to say?
Oh, it's definitely not a lie. If there would be no point to do it if no one paid for it.
Okay, well, shout out to y'all who pay so that I can stream.
Yeah.
Joe Molnax is
You're essentially asking them to subsidize your thievery.
Yeah, that's good. Talking to a good friend of mine, Joe Molnax. And I wasn't talking to him. I don't talk to Joe. He was on Twitter, and he was like, "I hear people saying this stuff, but it's the same amount." No, it's not.
Wait, are you sure you weren't talking to Mark Giannotto? I think
all y'all sound the same to me, bro. I ain't gonna lie. But Molnax was
all y'all who what is define that y'all?
All y'all media members, non-pop stars, sound the same to me.
I mean, I don't know what you're talking about there.
But he says I hear people say just
did he say
stream.
penny?
No, he didn't say penny. But Molnax and Giannotto do kind of sound the same. Though. It's almost the same.
You know why? Because they're
DC, from the same area. Yeah, DC guys. Yeah. So, but yeah, Molnax was like, it's like the same, close to the same amount of money. Like, man, are you crazy? Wi-Fi and bootleg streams that ain't near close to what you paying the cable, bro.
It depends on if you actually do the math, and if you pay for stuff, it turns out that
I'm not a athlete, but the price of Wi-Fi and bootleg streaming ain't the same as cable, bro. It's just not true, bro. And I pay for my stream.
Depends on what your stream is. Depends on what your stream. I mean, it depends on what your Wi-Fi is. Depends on where you get it from and how.
I pay $100 a month for my Wi-Fi, and I pay $25 a month for my streams. Your cable bill ain't that cheap, and I got the booming Wi-Fi.
I mean, I'm.
Hey man, look at you trying to act like you ain't as bootleg as me when it comes down to streaming, bro.
I'm not going to argue with it. Right. I would suggest, there's an alternate way to do this, which I'm a big fan of, and that is the way to you find a friend or loved one who has a cable service, and then you get a login from them, and then you're not even bootlegging it. Then you're just using the legit stream. That's another way you can do it too.
I hear what you're saying.
Some people have been known to sort of go halvesies on some of these services,
Right.
On some of that.
One of my Twitter friends, I'm trying to find his name.
Or thirdsies on that, as it may be.
My friend of mine, one of my followers says, use group economics.
Yep.
That's not really the way I describe group economics, but hey.
That isn't that. I don't think that's what Anthony Tolliver was trying to say.
That's not what he was talking about.
I don't think he was advocating for that particular strain of group economics.
Yeah, but seriously,
I think
get with your buddies and split a cable service, But I
feel bad. I feel badly I feel bad for folks who aren't going to be able to get the Grizzly game tonight because of the Sinclair situation and all that streaming stuff and whatever. There are definitely ways.
I don't even know what Sinclair is.
That's
it's a company.
Yeah. It's the broadcast.
Just people who make potato salad and all that. That's St. Clair, huh?
That's Sinclair. Oh, okay. Nasty stuff.
You obviously never had their twice baked potato salad, which is amazing.
Potato salad's nasty, so I'm not.
Dude, don't eat cheese.
In all forms. In all forms.
Got to eat cheese.
But nasty.
We're going to take his opinion on what's nasty and what's good. All right.
Nasty.
Just like dogs. Like I said. Just like hot dogs that don't know their
Scotty says, is the tire fixable or do you know?
Scotty, meet me, bro. I don't know. Meet
Scotty
me
says it'll be an hour or two before I can get over there.
No, I ain't going to do you like that. I ain't going to do you like this, Scotty.
So I just got off the phone with a call with Dan who called in. He said that if you know a guy that has AAA, they can.
Yeah, exactly. Group economics. That's what I was just talking about. If I know somebody got AAA.
But Dan said if you know a guy. Dan didn't say he knew it.
Hey,
he was that guy.
If you got AAA, hit me up. You want to pull out this group economics? Right fast.
We're gonna get you taken care of. Some way.
Somebody, man. I got a whole city of listeners.
We're gonna get you taken care of.
Help a brother out.
Help a brother.
That's exactly right. Let's help Flat Tire Sane become full tire sane before the end of the day. Let's make this thing happen. 360-8255 67129 on the First Bank text line. Texter does point out pop stars have new tires that don't go flat. That's a good point. Generally, pop stars don't deal with flat tires, so you gotta.
Hey, I'm just trying to get a car. I ain't got to put the keys in, man. That's what the song said. I joke with Joy about it because in the song Popstar, Drake said something about like he don't drive a car that you got to put the keys in. And I said, Joy, my car is kind of like that too. She's like, nah, fool, your keys just don't stay in the ignition. Like my key falls out. Like as soon as I hit a bumper, so my key shoots out of the ignition. So
it's the same thing. It's basically the same thing.
Yeah, same concept.
The same concept.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, my car, as old as it is, I don't have to put the key in, so that's exciting.
Just get in there and drive.
Yeah, that's right.
You don't have to put the key in. How you start it?
You just push the button.
Oh, see, my car's a little older. But how you talking about your car is so old, but it's push button? Ain't no old push button cars.
It's my car has got 210,000 miles on it.
I got you. I'm in that 230, 240 club.
Yeah, it's way up there. So
I refuse to get to 300,000. I'm gonna get a new car.
My car's like an 09.
There it is. One Pretty Pearl said she. Oh no, she's probably talking about cable.
Yeah. She got you taken care of. Listen, we'll figure this thing out. We'll come back.
Yeah, man.
And get you squared away. In the meantime, we got to talk about last night the whole situation.
James Wiseman looking like more athletic than David Robinson out there.
Steve Kerr said that too. By the way, Steve Kerr said he compared him to David Robinson. I said, oh Lord.
The only comparison with James Wiseman and David Robinson are their shoulders. That's the only thing I noticed today.
No, they're lefty. They're both left-handed. They both have shoulders. They're both black. There you go.
Yeah.
Bing, bang, boom. And they're both 7 feet.
But yeah, we'll talk about all that.
So we'll talk about that and more when we continue here. Live from the Family Leisure Studios on this Wednesday, Real Sports Talk Sports 56, 96.1, 98.5.
Listen online anywhere, anytime at sports56whbq.com.
At Lexus of Memphis at 2600 Ridgeway, happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and they are offering the Golden Opportunity December to Remember sales event.
Thanks, Stats. December to Remember is our biggest sales event of the year. We've got great deals on leases, special financing, 0% interest on 2020s and 2021s. Come see us at Lexus of Memphis.
Thank you, Brian, and happy holidays to all, and Merry Christmas, and we look so forward to 2021 and this year to forget 2020, but we look forward to 2021 at Lexus of Memphis at 2600 Ridgeway and online at lexusofmemphis.com.
James Davis is one of those stores that just says Memphis. It's an original. The finest men's clothing in Memphis can be found in the Laurelwood Shopping Center at James Davis. Let's start with the Stance Custom Fitting System. This is relatively new. You can only find it at James Davis Men's Store, and it's where you walk through the door. You're going to take 3 quick measurements, about 15 seconds, and then about a week later, you're going to get the perfect fitting shirt. I mean, in the neck where you can tie your ties comfortably, all kinds of colors, all kinds of fabrics. The same thing with pants. A couple of measurements. A week later, you've got a perfect fitting in the waist, in the leg, pair of pants that makes you feel good. And they still have the great Paul Battenley suit deal. 2 for $7.95. You look great on Zoom calls. Sweaters and pullovers, perfect for eating outside. The best place to go for men's clothing in Memphis. It's simple. James Davis Men's Store in the Laurelwood Shopping Center.
Brian Elder's Roofing Solutions.
Chris Price here for Brian Elder Roofing. The storms we've had over the past several months have been devastating to our communities. The rainy season is ahead. You may have not even noticed the dripping in your attic, water stains throughout your home, or even worse, mold and mildew. Please call Brian Elder Roofing and we will send out our project managers to assess any damage. We will not try to sell you a roof if all you need is a repair. We will measure your roof from outer space. 0% for 60 months, even no payments till 2022 are available with approved credit. If you've noticed missing shingles, water stains, leaks in your roof, call us before you call your insurance company at 867-0303. That's 867-0303, and we will provide a free, thorough inspection of your roof's condition.
Call 867-0303. Brian Elder's Roofing Solutions.
What's up, Memphis? This is former Memphis kicker Steven Gostkowski. I know you've heard of Platinum Jewelers by now. You've heard from former Grizzly Mike Miller and my man D'Angelo Williams tell you about them. Now take it from me, a 2-time Super Bowl champ. Platinum Jewelers is the best in the business. When it's time for jewelry, make sure you give Platinum Jewelers a look before you buy.
Platinum Jewelers has a brand new location in Germantown at 9387 Poplar Avenue. Visit them or at 545 Perkins Extended in East Memphis or online at platinumjewelers.com.
If you're going on vacation, making a college campus visit, or if business takes you out of town, there's just no better place to board your dog than Barks and Recreation, 965 Reddock Cove between Bud Davis Cadillac and the Blue Plate Cafe in East Memphis. Boarding, daycare, grooming, we have the best of everything at Barks. Indoor-outdoor kennels so your family member can go in and out as they please. Indoor and outdoor play areas. 4 walks a day. Group play and individual attention from the best staff in the Mid-South, which includes an overnight staff to ensure the safety and comfort of your pet 24 hours a day. All reasons to choose Barks and Recreation above all other boarding and daycare facilities. BarksDaycare.com or 509-0909. Check us out and make your reservations now at BarksDaycare.com. If your dog could speak, he'd say Barks.
Experience elevated luxury at Genesis of Wolf Chase. We invite you to test drive the new 2021 Genesis G70, where turbocharged power and track-worthy handling are packaged in a sleek profile with a dramatic stance. The G70 pushes the boundaries of luxury performance. Plus, every Genesis of Wolf Chase comes with Genesis Concierge Service, free pickup and delivery of your Genesis, and free oil changes and car washes. Shop online from the convenience of home now. Visit wolfchasegenesis.com.
Welcome back to Sports 56 Mornings with Peter Edmiston.
Yes, I will be good, I promise.
Co-hosting Sports 56 Mornings is Anthony Sane.
That's great, man.
Now, back to Peter and Anthony.
Don't tell me it's right. There you go, Zach. There you go, Zach. That's the guy right there. Welcome back. Wrapping up hour number 1 on this Christmas Eve.
You know I already got that taken care of over the break, too, don't you?
I mean, I figured.
Pop star move, man. Texas says, saying, do you have to change the tire? Pop stars don't change their tires. That's right. That's why I got loyal listener. Got off in the DM. We about to make this happen. Don't play with me, man. Appreciate y'all.
I love it.
Appreciate y'all, fam.
I love it.
Got people look out for me, man. That's
right.
humbling, man. Got in the car this morning.
Then why aren't you humble?
I am humble, man. But I'm saying, don't act like I ain't the pops. Don't act like I ain't that dude, man. Like don't go don't go there with me, man. So I get in the Uber car. So I get in the Uber ride, right?
Are we gonna spend this whole hour talking just about Anthony saying?
I guarantee you, if you look at the ratings, them Jones flew up when I popped on, man. I guarantee you that. So don't go there with me, bro. I'll call John Harden right now. John, pull up the numbers right now.
He doesn't have the numbers. I don't know what you're talking about.
No, pick this up.
You can pull out whatever. Anyway, go ahead. Yeah.
All right, so I get in Uber ride, right? The guy's like, hey, man, you listen to sports radio? Like, I want you to be comfortable, man. You listen to sports radio? I said, yeah, man, I do. I do listen to sports radio. So I gaze into his car and to the front, and he's got, it's got AM 560 on. It's a little scratchy. It's time to upgrade to 98.5, but, it was 56. I said, so do you listen to that station? He's like, yeah. I said, you listen to the morning show? He said, yeah, man, I do. So, okay. So how you like, oh, man, them guys funny, man. So, okay, bet. I said, my voice don't sound familiar? He said, what? Did he pause? Oh, man, you're acting the same. Like, yeah, man. So he's just.
That's a beautiful story.
Yeah, man. I was humbled.
Inspiring.
Humble.
I'm touched. It's wonderful.
I'm going to touch you for real,
That's the whole story?
I already
That's the
owe
whole
you
story?
one. Yeah, we just had a good ride, man. Talking about sports. Talked about Green Bay Packers football. Talked about Tiger basketball.
Good God.
All right. Yeah, man.
Last night there was a game last night. You want to talk about some sports, or do you want to talk more about
pop life
experience, being a pop star?
No,
I feel like that's probably
it's all one and the same, though.
It's really not. Let's talk about what happened last night. your love of your Nets love feels like it's pretty well placed. I can't tell if the Nets are really good or the Warriors are just terrible. It's
why not both?
Kind of could be both. It might be both actually. Steph Curry, oof, boy, stuck on a bad team here. This is a bad team, and my God, Andrew Wiggins. The fact that they Minnesota got Golden State light years, baby, light years.
Mm-hmm.
Golden State too smart for their own good, trying to somehow reclaim Andrew Wiggins. Andrew Wiggins looks as bad as ever.
And I tried to tell people, like when the Warriors traded for Kelly Oubre, didn't they trade a first round pick out for him or something like that? Another one?
I don't remember. I'm trying to remember now. It's been. There's a million things happen. I don't remember the specifics.
But anyway, we give the Warriors credit for being a smart front office, and they pretty much are. But I just think they did things to. Once Klay Thompson went down, your season is over. Like you're not the same team. There's not a guy that you can go out there and get that kind of keep. No, you're not the Warriors anymore. And yes, Steph Curry is a great player. I'm not gonna say he's not, but not nearly in the same manner. But like when you look back at the Grizzlies teams that had Zach, Tony, Mike Conley, Marc Gasol, that unit was a great unit. Those guys combined together were good. But once you start pulling guys away from that unit, it just wasn't the same. They're not. And Steph Curry is a phenomenal player, one of the better players in the NBA. Top 5, top 10, whatever you want. You can have the argument with somebody else. But what I'm trying to say is, without Klay Thompson, Steph Curry isn't Steph Curry. He's just not. He's not the same dude.
No, he's not. No, I mean, I think that's 100% accurate. He's not.
And that Warriors team, yeah, I had them as a playoff team. I don't know.
It's a bad team, but the problem for the Warriors though is that they've got so much invested in this group.
Yep.
Financially they can't do what you're talking about.
I love it.
Like in an ideal world, they'd say, we'll just wash our hands of all this stuff and that'll be that. You can't do that. I mean, you're paying Steph Curry $43 million this year. Klay Thompson's making $35 million. He's in year one of a 5-year, extension.
Yep, Wiggins.
You've got Andrew Wiggins is making $30 million this year. Draymond's making $22 million. You can't.
Oubre's making like what, 15, something like that.
Yeah, Oubre's making 15. You can't just be like, well, we're not going to try.
It
ain't going to work. It does not work. That's untradeable. Klay Thompson, untradeable. Draymond Green, untradeable. These are bad contracts now, and that's the. That's how quickly it can change. I mean, you go from winning 3 titles in 4 years, could have won 4 straight, but for an incredible Game 7 and LeBron and Kyrie, and you go from that to dropping off the face of the planet. And now you are beladen. You're laden with bad salaries, and
I love it.
No hope.
I love it, man. Because that pick, in what year? What year is that pick coming this way? 2020.
2024 is the pick. It's top 4 protected. 2024.
I'll take it.
They have their own pick this year, top 20 protected. That would be sent to the Thunder as part of that Oubre situation. Then next year they have Minnesota's first round pick as well. So they've got a top 3 protected this year coming from Minnesota as well. And then if that is protected, it goes next year. So that's part of the Wiggins deal. At least they got a first round pick from them for that. But Wiggins is, he's bad. They have their own picks after that until 2024. So they will have a chance to rebuild to some extent. But that Grizzly 2024 pick's looking pretty good.
For sure.
It's top 4 protected in 2024, top 1 protected in 2025, and then unprotected in 2026. So it may take a while.
And they might – the Warriors looking like they looked last night, and I think they might look for a while. It might you see a playoff team?
Last night they looked like a team that won't win 20 games, but I assume they'll play better than that at some point. And Draymond Green, when he returns, that would help. But they don't. They look like a team that's going to fight for that. They look like a team that's going to be with the Grizzlies in terms of fighting for that play-in spot kind of thing. Somewhere between 8 and 11. Kind of. That's where I see him. I don't see him as any kind of a threat to do anything more than that. No.
And I already told you if the Grizzlies don't make the playoffs, I already told you what's going to happen yesterday. So.
What's that? Remind me again.
Silver going to put us in the lottery again. We're going to get a top 4 pick again.
Yeah.
I didn't get to that part yesterday.
You did.
No, you didn't. Yeah, you didn't get to that part.
Oh yeah, that's part of it.
And we're just talking about proportionality bias. It doesn't really make it.
Okay. I'll let you think that things just kind of happen out of coincidence. Yeah. In a $1 billion industry. Yeah, they do. Yeah, that's how it works.
They do.
In a closed room.
I got news for you. In a $1 trillion industry, in life, in a quadrillion dollar,
just leave it to chance.
They all happen.
Yeah, just leave it to chance.
That's exactly right.
I got you.
That's right. That's how it works. Hour number 2 on the way. We'll talk about the Grizzlies season upcoming. Get some thoughts from Zach Kleiman, who spoke yesterday, along with I got a little something funny from that session yesterday. Plus, we'll talk to Rob Fisher coming up at 9 o'clock. Plenty to get to here. Hour number 2 on the way. Stick around.
The folks at Homer Skelton Hyundai want to say thank you. Thank you, Memphis, for another spectacular year. They set records, but I can understand why. You think about the product. Where else do you get a 10-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty? That's what you get on every new car at Homer Skelton Hyundai. Oh, and thank you again for the 11th straight year, the #1 certified pre-owned car dealership in all of Memphis. It starts with that product, but then it goes to the shopper assurance. Where else do you go where you get transparent pricing, flexible test drive, take the car for a couple of days if you want, streamlined buying process? You're not going to be there all day, in and out. And then, and I have not seen this anywhere else, the 3-day worry-free exchange. You buy a new car, if you've got any buyer's remorse, you've got 3 days to change your mind. Just get on Lamar, take it into Mississippi, the first exit's Craft Road, turn left, and go see Chris True and all the gang at Homer Skelton Hyundai.
Looking for gifts for DIYers? A new year and new projects are just around the corner, so shop Lowe's for tools the pros use. Right now, save big on over 200 powerful DeWalt 20-volt max tools. And pick up an extra 2-pack of 20-volt max 3-amp-hour batteries that was $149 and is now $99. Shop in store, home on our app, and Lowe's.com, and pick up curbside for contactless service. While supplies last, valid through February 3rd, 2021. U.S. only.
All 36-month leases, $31.49 due at signing, 0 security deposit, $650 acquisition fee, 10,000 miles per year, 20 cents excess mileage, Forte, ME 29910, MSRP 20,625, sold M7755,682, MSRP 20,315, K5MG 003,199, MSRP 25,725, includes all manufacturer rebates and incentives, PF 695, excludes tax title license with approved credit, warranty is a limited powertrain warranty. See Kia.com or retailer for details, offer valid through 12/31/20, dealer stock only.
Are you ready to be happy this holiday season? Well, we got you covered at Gossett Kia South Mount Moriah. So come be happy with Kia's holiday sales event. Command the season. 2020 Kia Forte, $142 a month lease. 2021 Kia Soul, $148 a month lease. Plus 2021 Kia K5, $192 a month lease. All just 36 months, $31.49 due at signing. Stay happy all season long with Forte, $142, Soul, $148, Kia K5, $192. So whether you live in Horn Lake, South Haven, Olive Branch, or Memphis, you'll be happy at Gossett Kia, 2680 Mount Moriah or KiaMountMoriah.com.
If you want it, we got it at Gossett Motor Cars.
NFL is in its final leg of the season. College basketball is back, and NBA tip-off is almost here. Add a little excitement to your sports watching experience by betting on all the action on FanDuel Sportsbook. There's a reason why FanDuel is America's #1 sportsbook. Their app is simple to use. They've got great odds on all different betting markets, unique, fun bet types like same-game parlay, and exclusive, always-on promotions such as enhanced odds boosts on the biggest events, and bet insurance to let you get more action out of every game. And if you win, they even get you your winnings safely in as little as 24 hours. Right now, FanDuel is letting you place your first bet risk-free up to $1,000. Just place any bet on any game, and FanDuel will refund you back $1,000 if you don't win your first bet. Download the FanDuel Sportsbook app and be sure to sign up with promo code CASH so they know we sent you. Must be 21 or older and present in Tennessee. Site credit is non-withdrawable and expires 14 days after receipt. Terms apply. See sportsbook.fanduel.com for details. For problem gambling support, call 1-800-889-9789.
Hi, this is Troy Five-Ash, owner of Five-Ash Roof Services. You've heard me talk about how we offer the best products, the best warranties, and the best services for years. Now let's talk about pricing. Pricing should never be the only reason you hire a contractor, but in today's world, pricing is always a consideration. So we suggest you get 2 or 3 estimates for your roof replacement from a reputable, licensed, and insured company, and then give us a call. If we can't beat your best price for a comparable roof system by more than $100, we'll give you $100. It's that simple. We are so sure we can offer you the best price, beating all other qualified companies, we will hand you $100 if we can't, and thank you for the opportunity. So give us a call. What's the worst thing that's going to happen? Make $100? Five-Ash Roof Services, a proud supporter of Tiger Athletics and the official roofer of the Tigers home team. Five-Ash Roof Services, fair, honest, and ethical. 367-0050 or memphisroofer.com.
Five-Ash Roofing is what we do. We're here for you.
I want to do some bragging rights. Hey, I was just the other day overhearing a conversation with Big Mike, the manager of DeSoto Auto Sales. They've got people buying cars all over the country. North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, Alabama, Arkansas, Texas. People from all over the country buy cars at DeSoto Auto Sales in Olive Branch, Mississippi. Why? DeSoto Auto Sales has the most stringent car inspection in America. They get it right the first time. Quality and low mileage. Factory warranty on most vehicles. My favorite part is the people who work there. Big Mike, all the employees are professional, friendly, and go that extra mile. Expect as you walk in the door, you're treated like family. DeSoto Auto Sales understands your time matters. We can help you find your dream car and get all the paperwork finished in less than an hour. Come see us at DeSoto Auto Sales and be part of our family. Have a great buying experience every time. 662-890-7184.
We are Sports 56 WHBQ Memphis, W253DF Memphis, and WIVG Tunica Memphis. Flynn Broadcasting Stations. Sports 56 traffic.
Still working an accident on I-240 westbound before Poplar Avenue. 3 lanes, far 3 right lanes, and the right shoulder is blocked currently. So just keep that in mind. Also, we have accidents on Yates Road at Walnut Grove, and also accident on Shelby Drive at Hacks Cross. And that is your Sports 56 traffic update.
Welcome back to Sports 56 Mornings with Peter Edmiston.
Yes, I will be good, I promise.
Co-hosting Sports 56 Mornings is Anthony Sane.
That's great, man.
Now, back to Peter and Anthony.
Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. Próspero año y felicidad. Feliz Navidad.
And of course, Feliz Navidad to you and yours. Christmas Eve edition, excuse me, of the program. Hour number 2 is here. Real Sports Talk, Sports 56, 96.1, and 98.5. I'm Peter Evanston. He is Anthony Sane. That's Zach doing his thing, producing today's program. And it is opening night. Not only do you have a Tiger Bowl game, which is just kind of snuck up on everybody. All these bowl games have, quite frankly, snuck up on everybody. You've got the Grizzlies opening their season tonight against the San Antonio Spurs in front of a packed house of empty seats, because that's what's going to be there. No fans allowed in the building, but it will be a Grizzly game tonight. Looking forward to seeing what the Grizzlies have in store for the Spurs. Now,
great moment in sports when the Grizzlies started playing that song. It's their intro.
Of course, as they should. I mean, come on. You want to be Memphis? There's Memphis right there.
Why don't they play more? That also
nice
bothers
day,
me too. They don't play enough Memphis music at the games. There's a ton of Memphis hip hop, man. It's like
agreed.
Shout out to my boy Justin Baker, man. But it's like literally the same songs every game. Like,
well, that's the part that I don't understand. Why is it the exact same songs, same playlist that we've seen? I think Justin does a good job, but it's just they'll add like 1 or 2 new songs every now and then. But for the most part, it's just kind of the same, 20 or 25 or whatever. It's always the same.
Yeah,
I don't know. I like to mix it up a little bit. And yes, as you mentioned, there's lots of Memphis rap that a lot of the players are well acquainted with and friends with. And all that. So I mean, that would be a nice way to honor all of that. That'd be fun. Moneybagg Yo. I mean, those guys they're tight with
all these guys.
Some of the players on the team. So anyway, it would be a good thing to do. I agree with you there. It's gonna be a nice day today until about 1 2 o'clock, and then it's gonna get bad. Going to get cold and rainy potentially. Throw an umbrella, throw a jacket into the mix as it cools down for Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, when it is going to be rather chilly. Most of Christmas Day, in fact, I think it'll be in the 20s. So just kind of be aware of that. Coming up here, hour number 2, we are going to talk a little bit about the Grizzlies. Yesterday, your favorite guy, King Kleiman. Zach Kleiman. Zachary
I don't get enough credit for
introduce
introducing you people to Zach Kleiman. I don't get any credit at all, actually.
I got to tell you, I feel like you get an adequate amount of credit for all this. You seem very obsessed today with your position and how much credit you're receiving and how much you seem obsessed with that. And,
I don't get enough people saying, man.
I feel like you've gotten plenty of that.
I don't get enough people saying, man, Sane introduced us to King Kleiman way before King Kleiman was a thing. Not just to saying the King Kleiman. I told y'all this guy's about to be the next GM. Like I said that like a long time ago. Why y'all don't give me credit for that, man?
Should we just stop the show? Do you want to just do the show about you? I mean, at this point, I feel like the show basically, at this point, you just want the show to be about.
I'm just saying, man.
You receiving credit for everything.
You said my boy. You said my boy King Kleiman, right?
That's what I said. I said your guy.
And so with that being said, man, I just wanted to set the record straight. He clearly is my boy, but go ahead. King Kleiman, what did he do? What did he say?
But you actually set the record straight every time we talk about it.
I know it. What did he say, though?
The record has been straightened. And I mean, just for the record, I mean, there were other people that mentioned Zach Kleiman's role.
Check the receipts.
I look forward to seeing those receipts.
Give me a minute.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I'll give you a minute. You can retweet them if you want. Feel free to throw out all your receipts if you want. Since I think today you seem like you're. Did you have a rough night last night? I feel like you need validation. I feel like you need validation today. Like I'm not your therapist, but I feel like today is a day you've spent. I even got an email from somebody, a random email from a listener that I've never even gotten one before, who says that it's just bad radio and he doesn't like it. I feel like you need validation. He's concerned about you.
Oh, okay.
So I've never gotten that before,
right,
but now I am concerned about you. I feel like you want just a show of just how good you are.
Tell him to send the email to his wife.
You can do that. So, but I mean, should we stop for a second and just do you want a few minutes about?
Nah, I'm good.
Okay, because we can do it. I mean, if you want me to, I can do it. I feel bad. I feel like maybe there's something going on, so I feel like we've had some issues. I don't know.
I got something going on, man.
Because ever since you walked in the door, all it's been is your status and how pop star you are and how good you are, how much you know, how much. I feel like you need like a validation.
Just trying to get y'all people some reality, man.
That's not reality.
Now you want to hear bad radio? I can tell you some bad radio shows. Y'all want? I mean,
hey man,
I can tell you when to tune in, what time.
The reviews are in. Hey, I'm just saying. Listen,
Can't about that dude, man. He's probably one of these same people that text us dumb stuff all day long.
Can we talk about what Zach Kleiman said yesterday?
Did he spell? Was he spelling black wrong? Was he spell bad, or what was he trying to spell?
No, I mean I think he made his point pretty clear.
No, okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Tell that man to email his wife. Go check on him. I bet she listens.
So Zachary Z. Kleiman, which is what the Grizzlies insist on referring to him as, all of their. I don't know why we need the Z in there as well.
Zachary. His name is Zachary Z for real?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What the other Z stand for? Zamboni?
Zanzibar, I believe.
Quit lying. What's his name?
Zachary Zambodia.
Zambia.
Zachary Zimbabwe Kleiman is
what other name starts with a Z? Other than something that's a playoff of
Zeus.
Zach.
Zeus.
His name is not Zeus.
Zachary Zeus Kleiman.
You said what other name? I just threw out.
I mean, I just telling you that's what he goes by. I don't know what the other Z is.
Yeah, I'm about to look that up.
There's a tremendous amount of Zachary Z Kleiman that's out there. But anyway, Zachary Z Kleiman is the Grizzlies executive vice president of basketball operations, and does not necessarily speak a whole lot publicly, but he talked a little bit yesterday, and I mean a very little bit. Frankly, it was so
nothing.
It was 5 minutes prior to the Grizzlies doing their normal press conference thing, and it was advertised as being at 2:00, and then they sent an email frantically that was like, actually it's gonna be like 1:45. So I was gonna join the thing, and then like I was in the middle of daddy daycare duties since the kids are out of school now, and I didn't realize until I jumped on right at 2:00 expecting this thing to start, and it turns out it had already come and gone since I couldn't even jump on. So,
right.
I had to catch the highlights. But Zach Kleiman was asked by Drew Hill initially what he thought about the Grizzlies. What are the expectations this year coming up?
So as we shift from preseason heading into the real thing tomorrow night, what we're focused on is really just growth. As a team, as individuals, are we working to get better? Every single day, are we seeing improvement? Are we seeing growth? Both on that individual level, on that collective level. That's what I want to see more than anything. We're going in, every single night, going to compete, trying to win, every single game. But the most important thing to me is just, seeing growth. We have this group now that, we think is genuinely, special. It's on me, it's on us to continue to grow this group, to continue to build. The North Star continues to be to compete for, to win championships, over time. That's what we're driven by. That's what we're going to continue, to operate by. But yeah, as we head into this season, it's competing every single night and seeing growth.
There you go. Competing every night and seeing growth.
Same plan they had last year. I'm down. I'm still with the plan. Trust the
you
process.
Like that plan?
Yeah, I'm with it.
You're still with that plan?
Plan works.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I agree. I mean, I don't really see there's really no reason to worry about it one way or the other as far as, this year it's a great year because there's really no expectations. Like, from a fan standpoint, there's not that many bad outcomes really. Like, I mean, as long as they stay injury free and as long as guys continue to play well, they miss the playoffs. So what? Doesn't matter. You get a lottery pick. You got your pick back, so you're good to go. You make the playoffs, great. That's a chance for a young team. You've already got a young core that's built. I mean, they still need to find that third guy. Like, I mean, you've got John, Jaren, and maybe Justice Winslow's that guy. Maybe,
maybe
somebody develops into that guy. Who knows? But they need to find him. That's something you can do this year, certainly. If you're looking for things to do this year, that's one of them. But, yeah, I mean, there's really no, like, the beautiful thing about a year like this is, I always tell people, I've talked about this a lot. And as a fan and as a somebody who's just a fan of a team, like it can't always be about championship or bust or winning or what. You have to enjoy the process.
You have a terrible life. You have a terrible fandom.
Yeah, you'll be miserable. Yeah. Absolutely, you'll be miserable for 95% of your fandom. That's ridiculous. Enjoy these moments when you have a team that's young and full of possibility. What might happen? Who knows? Will that possibility be realized? Probably not. I mean, historically, it usually won't be, but maybe it will be. But the idea that you have all of these tantalizing prospects right there on the horizon, that's exciting. That's really exciting. So enjoy that. Don't forget about that. It's a little bit like being a newlywed. Like you got the world in front of you. You just got married. It's what could happen? It could be amazing. Now, how do I tell you out there, everybody that's listening? It's rough. It's rough. Times are rough.
It's rough. Sometimes you mess up.
Half or more of marriages end up in divorce, but you don't think about that. When in the first few weeks and months. No, you're just in. That's where the Grizzlies are right now.
Thinking about the beauty of the moment.
Exactly. So don't worry about what may or may not happen. The Warriors right now, it's looking a little ugly. But they had their moments. They had their beauty. Now things are looking a little ugly. So I don't know. I'm with Zach Kleiman on this one. Just use this as a consolidation year to figure out what you got. You don't have a lot to worry about next year in terms of offseason. You don't have a lot of free agents or anything like that. So you really can just keep this group together.
Yeah, you got a couple assets that you can use for a trade to help free up some other teams. We talk about Gorgie a lot. I'm totally fine with what the Grizzlies, their approach to the season and what they're doing. They're not tanking. They're not tanking. They're not doing anything to try to, get into the playoffs or whatever. They're just seeing what they have and letting the chips fall where they may. And they did the same thing last year with a team in the first year of a rebuild, and they were, a couple games away from making the playoffs. That's another conversation I had the other day with someone. A guy was like, he said, I don't understand why you keep saying last year was the first year of a rebuild. I'm like, how do you not understand it? Like, is there a way I can explain it better than? I was like, bro, I said you're not rebuilding with Mike Conley and Marc Gasol on your roster, and you switched and you have a totally different front office now. That's nothing is more of a clear rebuild than what the Grizzlies started last year. He was like, nah, this is year 3. He was like, it started when you got Jaren. I was like, I know that was the first time we got a draft pick that high in forever, but that wasn't a rebuilding situation.
No.
They just sucked. Like they weren't rebuilding. They just weren't a good team.
Yeah, they were building on the fly that year.
Yes. If you want to see building on the fly, go back to the 2018 Memphis Grizzlies. That's when that was, right?
Well, I mean, the Grizzlies really the way that it all kind of went down was really they got lucky in some respects. They were fortunate. It was some really nice maneuvering by Zach Kleiman in the front office last summer. That certainly helped. Getting Ja Morant is a game changer. I mean, that's the one thing that you can't legislate for that. You can get a top pick, but do you get a top pick in a draft that has a player worthy of that pick? You could be Minnesota last year and have the number 1 pick and get Anthony Edwards, and good luck with that.
Mm-hmm.
Or you get the number 2 pick and get Ja Morant, who is worthy of the number 1 pick in many previous drafts.
Right.
That's just luck, man. That's where you happen to play your cards right, but you also get lucky. And then you also have to be opportunistic, and that's what this front office was last year. When they were able to snag that gigantic trade exception in the Iguodala deal, they used that to its fullest extent,
right? And
that allowed them to then take the Conley situation and take it into a different level. That allowed that to then become DeAnthony Melton, who's now a part of your group going forward. All that stuff, man. They've really done a nice job of parlaying it, and that's why I think as a fan for the Grizzlies, you can feel pretty stress free. Like that this group has proven that they are very competent. I mean, look at the contract that DeAnthony Melton signed this offseason versus some of these other deals that have been signed, and some of these other extensions that were signed.
And
it's a declining deal.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And the same thing with Dillon Brooks. These are declining deals, so they open up more cap space later on, more flexibility. It's very, very smart. Now, one thing I also want to say too, because Zach, I hope you keep that file open, because I want to shout out our friend Evan Barnes. Evan Barnes is a great guy.
Shout out.
Love Evan. Evan asked a question. This question gets to be Inception level And if you want to, I want you just to listen to Evan's question, his next question here to Zach Kleiman. See if you can follow along. It becomes Inception-ish in terms of how he actually asked the question.
Hey, Zach, how you doing?
Doing great, Evan. How are you?
Doing well. A couple things. So now we can talk to you about the draft, obviously. What did you guys like about, Desmond and Xavier, and, what made you guys so eager to, trade up for them? And two, we spoke to Taylor yesterday about, Jaren and Justice not having a timetable. One, in your mind, how are they progressing? And two, kind of what do you want to see as far as, their development between now and, when they'll be able to return to practice, you think?
How many parts were that question? So we had a two-part question.
So on Desmond.
Pause that for a second. The answer is not. It's exactly what you expect. I'm more concerned about the fact that ended up being a two-part question that had at least 3 parts and maybe 4. I've never seen a guy, and this gets into I want to bring this up because number one, I thought it was funny, but number two, Evan faces the same issue that we all do, which is you have to maximize your one question on Zoom. The Grizzlies don't really let you follow up that much.
No.
They haven't really figured that whole thing out. Some teams are better at that than others, but the Grizzlies have not really figured that out. So you have to try to maximize your one question. So that's what Evan was trying to do. He's like, man, I got to maximize I got like 5 things I want to ask. I got to just throw it all in there in this 4-part A, B, 1, 2. 1, what do you think about Desmond Bane, Xavier Tillman, and all these other guys? 2, 2A, what about John? And then 2B, what about?
Yeah, because you don't know. You don't know when something's going to come
Because
back.
you have to. Yeah, you don't know.
Yeah.
You're not going to get back into the mix. So you got to just throw. And especially with Kleiman, because Kleiman talks like twice a year basically. So you got to just throw. So I applaud Evan for just throwing it all, man. Just let's go, get it all out there. I've just never heard a question with 2 parts, then get into sub parts of those 2 parts. We actually,
hey, I ain't
like
mad because
I had to look at the outline. Like,
I ain't mad because you throw the question out, you might not get up there.
Yeah,
again.
yeah. I mean, yeah, absolutely. You have to basically do two-part questions as a default now. Unfortunately,
because especially if he's doing a 5-minute press conference. So
he did He was 5 minutes and 50 seconds. Like as I said, I jumped on it at 2:00 on the dot. I'm in the middle of taking my kids, trying to deal with. I'm like, I got to get on there too. And it's already done. It's over. It's been over.
Right.
I don't know. So anyway, that's annoying. But nonetheless, shout out to Evan and shout out to everybody who's trying to do their best on these Zoom calls. It's tough, man. It's not ideal.
Yeah, that's why you don't really see me there often.
I mean, I like to. There's some advantages. But that's just, I don't know.
Yeah, because it gets frustrating because like you said, if you have a question, you don't know, like you can't do a follow up. Like somebody might say something, and they really said something that leads to another question. Their response leads to an immediate question to ask, and you can't get it.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Yeah. Well, that's where this whole thing is unfortunate. I mean, it's obvious that the reasons why, and there's no there's no doubt that you have to do it this way right now because of the pandemic and where we are. I mean, that's just the way it is. So nobody's, no one's complaining about that. It's just that part of the job that's enjoyable is being able to actually have these conversations individually with guys and kind of try to, get to know them or at least kind of follow up or read the room or, get some feeling for, what's going on. That's an interesting part about developing a relationship. And you just can't do that with Zoom at all. It's,
Why can't we do it like you do a Zoom call with your family, where all the mics are unmuted, you just going at it like a regular scrum?
I mean, you could. They choose
that. It's just too bro. It's just too clean. It's.
It's I don't even think it's that clean. I think it is what it is. It's what it is. It's not. I don't know, man. It is it's tough. It's tough for them. It's tough for everybody. No one has all the answers. So I sympathize with trying to work all this stuff and get it all sorted out. But it just does make it very difficult.
Right.
And I do wish they would allow for default follow-up questions and they wouldn't just cut it off so fast. Man, they just it's so quick. But yeah,
we're talking about our job, which is easy as hell. So this is bad radio. So let's move on. Like no one cares about our problems. We were talking to the NBA players on a Zoom call. No one cares about it.
Oh, I don't think that's true at all. And I think it also affects them because of the answers that they get from these players, as evidenced by last night on Inside the NBA with Kevin Durant and Charles Barkley. That's a victim of all of this. Zoom calls and you can get a lot of foolishness, and you don't get the kind of answers that you normally would get. Sure. You don't get the kind of stuff that you normally get as a listener and a reader and a fan. You're not getting the info that you normally would get. Yeah, it's not as good.
Props to Penny Hardaway, who puts his face all the way into the screen on his Zoom.
He puts it right.
He's in there,
right there. Hey, everybody.
Yeah, Penny ends all doubt whether he's paying attention to you or not.
I think everyone knows exactly what's going on with Penny. When we come back, we'll talk about expectations for this season on an individual level. We'll talk about some of the players individually. Also, got some news about Keontae Johnson of Florida, the young man who collapsed a week or so ago, who is now on the mend, but a little more information on his situation. We'll talk about that. Plus, the Montgomery Bowl is today. A lot to get to. We got Rob Fisher coming up at 9 o'clock here as we continue hour number 2 in the Family Leisure Studios. Real Sports Talk, Sports 56, 98.5, 96.1.
Same great shows.
We welcome you back to Sports 56 Middays.
What's up? It's Sports 56 Happy Hour.
A new spot on the FM dial. Check out Sports 56 on our new FM home at 98.5.
Santa needs a new set of wheels, and he's going to Sunrise Chevy Buick GMC. Sunrise has hundreds of new and used cars and trucks. This time of the year, Santa's a little strapped for cash, but Sunrise has financing with no money down on approved credit. Sunrise has financing for everyone and specializes in secondary credit. That's good, because feeding all these elves, Santa's credit's not so hot. A $4 million used car inventory. Find new roads. SunriseMemphis.com. 3D5 in Houston, Levy, and Collierville.
Just announced employee pricing for everyone on select models.
Are you shopping for a new watch, an engagement ring, any kind of jewelry at all? What's up, Memphis? This is Jaren Jackson Jr. from the Grizzlies, encouraging you all to shop where I shop, Platinum Jewelers here in Memphis. Platinum Jewelers has a big selection of earrings, stockable rings, luxury watches, necklaces, bracelets, really whatever you need. They do custom jewelry and have 2 locations in the area. One is 545 Perkins Extended in East Memphis. The other is 9387 Poplar next to Fresh Market in Germantown. So if you need anything jewelry related, go to my spot, Platinum Jewelers.
Is your wife asking you to stop eating junk food? Well, we have you covered at Humdinger's. It's quick and it's healthy, and most important, it tastes amazing. With many choices from salmon salad to rainbow trout and grilled asparagus. Come visit us for lunch at Humdinger's, 6300 Poplar Avenue. So good, Coach Penny eats with us weekly. Don't forget, Humdinger's offers full-service catering for weddings, social events, or your corporate lunches. You can call 901-260-8292 to find out more.
Experience elevated luxury at Genesis of Wolf Chase. Push the limits of style and performance with the all-new first-ever 2021 Genesis GV80. With a perfect balance of luxurious amenities and rugged off-road capabilities, or drive the cutting-edge G80 packed with intuitive technology and unmatched luxurious amenities. All with Genesis Concierge Service, free pickup and delivery, free oil changes, and car washes. Shop online from the convenience of home now. Visit wolfchasegenesis.com.
Attorney CPA Joe Cordell.
You hear the phrase a lot this time of year, happy holidays. But holidays are not always happy, particularly for guys grappling with a divorce that they didn't choose. These men need more than the help of a good lawyer. They need the hope and encouragement of a good friend.
Contact Cordell & Cordell to schedule an appointment with one of our firm's Memphis attorneys. Online at CordellCordell.com. Office in Memphis, 6000 Poplar Avenue, Suite 225, Memphis, Tennessee, 38119.
At Lexus of Memphis at 2600 Ridgeway, happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and they are offering the Golden Opportunity December to Remember sales event.
Thanks, Stats. December to Remember is our biggest sales event of the year. We've got great deals on leases, special financing, 0% interest on 2020s and 2021s. Come see us at Lexus of Memphis.
Thank you, Brian, and happy holidays to all, and Merry Christmas, and we look so forward to 2021 and this year to forget 2020, but we look forward to 2021 at Lexus of Memphis at 2600 Ridgeway and online at lexusofmemphis.com.
Sports 56 traffic.
Still working an accident on I-240 westbound before Poplar Avenue. 3 lanes are blocked. Right shoulder is blocked as well. And traffic is still moving very, very slowly. So keep that in mind. I-240 westbound before Poplar Avenue. Also, accident on Yates Road at Walnut Grove as well. And this is your Sports 56 traffic update.
Welcome back to Sports 56 Mornings with Peter Edmiston.
Yes, I will be good. I promise.
Co-hosting Sports 56 Mornings is Anthony Sane.
That's great, man.
Now, back to Peter and Anthony.
As I look around, your eyes are shine the town blue. This Christmas, by your side is blazing.
Welcome back. Hour number 2 continues. We're halfway through the show. Soon to be Full Tire Sane joining Peter Edmiston.
Soon to be. Shout out.
Soon to be. From the Family Leisure Studio. Hopefully a very special Christmas for you and yours coming up. Hopefully you had a little help. Last night I did my first ever legal wager on the NBA, and the regular season NBA last night. Had some fun with it from our friends at FanDuel Sportsbook. You can too. FanDuel Sportsbook is giving you plenty of opportunity this holiday season to enjoy it and to do something a little different. Remember, if you are in the state of Tennessee, even if you don't live in the state of Tennessee, you just have to be in the state of Tennessee. It's perfectly legal for you to bet. So those of you that are in, Arkansas, Mississippi, wherever you happen to be, we got listeners all over the world on the stream and everything else. If you could just find your way into Tennessee somehow, and then do your betting there, then you're good to go, man. It's beautiful. That's what it's all about with FanDuel Sportsbook. It's why FanDuel Sportsbook is America's #1 sportsbook. So simple, so easy. Enhanced odds boost, same game parlay. I did some same game parlay action yesterday as well. It was a lot of fun. Basically any prop you can imagine, they've got you covered right there. No strings attached. Place any bet you want. They will refund you up to $1,000 back if you don't win your first bet. So you bet up to $1,000. It's risk-free. If you win, you keep the cash. You lose, you get that money back in site credit. Use promo code BIGHEAD, though. Use promo code BIGHEAD so that they can take good care of you and they know that I sent you. It's that simple. Check out the Grizzlies tonight. You can do it. You could do it, Anthony Sane, for the first time legally. If you want to get down and you want to bet on the Grizzlies and the Spurs and you want to say, hey, look, man, I'm a fan and I want to make this thing happen. I want to take it to another level. You can do that with FanDuel Sportsbook. Check it out. It is absolutely free to get started, and it's risk-free, in fact, on that very first bet, up to $1,000. So you could use that first bet of yours. You want to bet on the Grizzlies? You think they're going to take care of business tonight? Go for it. Again, make sure you use that promo code BIGHEAD to get all the action for you. It is FanDuel Sportsbook. Check them out. FanDuel Sportsbook doing their thing for you. By the way, in case you're curious, the Grizzlies are 2.5-point favorite tonight on FanDuel Sportsbook. There's also plenty of wagers, too, if you want to get into the same-game parlay action. You can do that as well. Do you think Ja Morant's going to have over or under 21.5 points tonight? That's one of the wagers that's out there on FanDuel Sportsbook. A reminder, you have to be 21 or older and present in Tennessee. Site credit is non-withdrawable and expires after 14 days. Terms apply. See sportsbook.fanduel.com for details. For problem gambling, call 1-800-889-9789. You think Ja gets over 21.5 points?
I hope he does. I really hope he does. Like, I'm not a fan of pass first Ja. And I understand that Ja, I know Ja is an elite level passer, but for us to be like a certain level of good, I think Ja has to be more assertive as far as being a scorer is concerned. I like to see Ja be a 20-plus point per game scorer. So, yeah, I do hope that he gets 21 today. I don't know if I'll bet money on that today. I thought about betting on the Nets game yesterday with KD being the first scorer, but I didn't, and I would have lost if I did. So.
Yeah, you would have lost. And those are tricky because, I would have bet Anthony Davis to be the first scorer in Lakers-Clippers, and Lakers got the tip. Anthony Davis got a great look at it and missed, and then Patrick Beverley, scored on the other side. So those can be a little frustrating. Now, Ja Morant, I'm thinking about doing a same-game parlay. Ja Morant over 21.5 points, over 4.5 rebounds, but under 8.5 assists. Those are the numbers for each of those for Ja Morant. That ends up being plus 551 if you want to try that. That means that $10 would win you $55.
What are the odds again? I mean, what's the requirements?
The numbers are 21.5 points
Mm-hmm.
over. I say over 21.5 points, over 4.5 rebounds, and under 8.5 assists. I think he's gonna. He's not gonna hit. I think it'll be something like. I think it'll be something like 28, 5, and 7, something like that.
I don't know about that assist number. That one might be iffy.
That's a high number, man. I can't. Even though I know in the preseason he averaged, I don't know. It's we'll see. So I'm thinking about just throwing a little something down on that particular market.
Little something light.
Just have a little, a little something light, just a little something light for everybody out there. Now we mentioned, of course, the game itself against the Spurs individually for the season, and we'll talk about this, I'm sure, with Rob Fisher coming up.
Mm-hmm.
Yes or no? Final answer. We've talked about this. We've kind of discussed it. You've had some time to think about it. Do the Grizzlies end up with Ja Morant as an all-star?
I've been thinking about this for a while. I keep going back and forth. I think a lot of it depends on what happens with Houston and James Harden. Regardless of what season that Steph Curry has, he's going to get voted in. Luka and Steph will be your two starters, more than likely. You know Dame's going to make it. Harden, if he's there, he's going to make it. I think either Chris Paul or Devin Booker makes it. So that's 5 guards. He could, but it won't be easy. Like, a lot of stuff is going to have to shake his way for him to get in. Because I also wouldn't be surprised to see a scenario where Chris Paul and Devin Booker get in. Because we've seen.
I don't think so. I just don't think so.
Well, you'll get one of them. One of them will be in, and I can see like Paul like on a lifetime thing where like just kind of if he has another good year they'll put him in, but it'll be hard, man. It'll definitely be hard, and Ja's really in a bad situation because. Like I said, regardless of what season Steph Curry has, he's going to get voted in. If he's decent, he'll get voted in. So that's an unfortunate thing that he'll have to deal with until Steph Curry retires. You know what I mean? So it'll probably be a while before Ja gets voted in. So no, I'll say no, he doesn't get in. I'd love to be wrong.
Well, I think I think you're probably right. I don't know that I would bet that either. The number also for the Grizzlies as a win total is 30, I believe.
Where are you at on it? 30, and what's that? 30 and 42.
30 and 42.
I think it'll probably be a little higher than that. Maybe 35. Yeah, I'm going 35.
35.
Yeah, I think we'll be good. I think it will be better than. Because you're talking about a fringe playoff team.
Well, actually, it's 30 now. Now I see it's 32.5 now. They changed that a little bit. So
yeah, I'd be scared.
32.5.
I kind of be scared to bet against that, though. I wouldn't put money on it. No. I'll say 35, but I wouldn't bet that. I wouldn't bet that they do that at all.
I think that's a good number. That's about right. I mean, that's as far as some of the numbers are a little skewed, but this one is. I think that's pretty accurate. It wouldn't surprise me to see them at that 33 and 39 kind of thing, somewhere in there. Anything over 35, if you get to a 500 season at 36 and 36, or because remember everybody, it's a 72-game season, a little weird. That's a very successful regular season. If they can get to the 500 mark, that would be pretty spectacular. But I do kind of think I think over 32.5 because I'm going to go. I've thought about it some more. Anthony's saying, and I think Ja Morant is going to be an all-star.
I hope I want to be wrong, bro. I just don't want to say that he will be.
I think he's going to be. I think it's going to be the way he approaches this game. I thought about last year. Mm-hmm. Now you're not going to have injury. You're not going to have injury replacements and all that stuff this year. It's going to be a little bit different.
Right.
But last year, he wasn't that far away from being an all-star last year.
No, he wasn't.
I mean, he was one more injury basically away from being an all-star last year.
And we were also in the 7th seed at the time. I want to say we were 7.
Yeah, but his performances, like I don't think the Grizzlies are going to be so bad that it's going to be just obviously like, a bunch of empty points or anything like that. And
no, but it could be a
Ja
situation
Morant
where we're not a playoff team. Like that could very well be the case by the time.
But that's fine. I think that's okay. I think they'll be close enough to where his All-Star status will be undeniable. The thing about Ja Morant that is interesting and unique among most young players is that he truly does seem to have a significant direct correlation. His play with the team's play.
Right.
If he plays well, the team
plays well. Yep.
Like, so my assumption is that if he is good enough to be an all-star, and I think he will be, that means the team will be good enough to be respected and to be in a position where that will not look like it's a bunch of, plastic points, to use a term that a friend of ours on the program many, many years used. So it won't be anything plastic about that. If they are that successful, if he is in that position. So I think the Grizzlies are. I'm going to go with over the win total, and I think Ja Morant is going to be an all-star.
Is Jamal Murray an all-star? You only got so many guys. Only got so many guards going to be on the team.
Yeah, I don't think so. I mean, I think there's a way. I think there's definitely a situation where Michael Porter takes some of his points. There's a few other guys start taking just siphoning off some of his points, and then what else is he bringing to the table? I don't know. I think I could see John.
Will they vote? Will the votes put LeBron as a guard or as a forward?
I guess it depends on where they. I mean,
I just think a lot of stuff has to shake Ja's way for him to make the All-Star.
Yeah, I agree, but I think it'll be to the point where it's going to be hard to keep him out. It'll be hard to keep him out.
Yeah,
and he's gonna if he plays well, he's gonna have a handful of plays that are going to be replayed over and over and over again. So he's going to be front of mind with a lot of people. He's a star, that dude's a legitimate star. And that's something the Grizzlies just have not had. So I firmly believe that his star status mixed with the way that he plays, the Grizzlies I think are going to be I think they'll be in close enough in playoff position at that point where I think that he's that you're going to see him make the All-Star team for the first time.
I'd be down.
I'd love to see it. I think it's going to happen with Ja. When we come back, I want to switch gears a little bit and talk about some findings yesterday that were notable with Keontae Johnson, and then there's something else that this kind of goes along with that. We'll talk about that. Also, want to get your thoughts on the some of the bowl nonsense and your thoughts on a French fry bath. About that? Well, we'll talk about that when we continue here. Real Sports Talk, Sports 56, 96.1, 98.5.
You have opinions?
I think they got a lot of athletic ability.
We want to hear them.
Oh, absolutely. I agree with you.
Call us on the First Bank phone line at 360-8255 or text us on the First Bank text line at 67129.
75 months at 3.4%. G4 LHF 129.69. MSRP 17,064. Outlander LZO 423.83. MSRP 26,235. PEV LZO 388.19. MSRP 38.1. Outlander PEV qualifies for a $5,836 federal tax credit. Consult your tax advisor. Includes all rebates and incentives. PF 695 excludes tax filing license with approved credit. CD for complete details. Offer ends 12/31/2020. Dealer stock only.
Where can you find 0% APR for 60 months? Plus up to $1,000 cash back on 2020 crossovers. Plus $500 holiday cash. Plus payments at $99 a month. We Gossip at Gossip Mitsubishi on the Pike during the 2020 year-end sales event. 2020 Mitsubishi Mirage G4. Buy for $11,749 or $99 a month. 2020 Outlander, $20,571 or $259 a month. Plus crossover with 4x4 off-road capabilities with 74 MPG. 2020 Mitsubishi Outlander plug-in hybrid EV, $25,099 or $299 a month. Not leases, you own them. And Mitsubishi's 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. Get to Gossip Mitsubishi today, 1870 Covington Pike, or shop online at memphismitsubishi.com.
If you want it, we got it at Gossett Motor Cars.
You're scrambling around. You need a haircut. Where you gonna go? I got a place that has 15 locations. I've got a place where details matter. I've got a place that can be invigorating and relaxing at the same time. You know what it is? It's Supercuts. Every haircut ends with the signature hot towel finish. Every haircut matters. When you're getting ready, You go into Supercuts, the stylist will pay attention to every detail. So you get the haircut you want, and of course, you're going to finish with that signature hot towel. You walk out clean, sharp, and not just ready, but super ready. And you might want to ask that hairstylist about what the tea tree experience is. One part invigorating, one part relaxing. The tea tree experience is something you need to try. 15 locations. I mentioned that, didn't I? All you've got to do is go to supercuts.com. You'll find the one nearest to you. Get super ready at Supercuts.
Farmers Insurance knows that when you're in the car and that song comes on, yes, that's the one, you have no choice but to pull out your imaginary drumsticks and smash those cymbals and stomp on that kick pedal, which unfortunately is the accelerator pedal. And we covered it. Talk to a farmer's agent who knows a thing or two because they've seen a thing or two.
Call Chad Gatlin at 901-235-1176 or get a fast quote at memphisfarmers.com.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Underwritten by Farmers Truck Fire Insurance Exchanges and Affiliates. Products not available in every state.
There's a reason why FanDuel is America's #1 sports book. Their app is simple to use. They've got great odds on all different betting markets, unique fun bet types like same-game parlays, and exclusive always-on promotions such as enhanced odds boosts on their biggest events and bet insurance to let you get more action out of every game day. And if you win, they even get you your winnings safely in as little as 24 hours. Right now, FanDuel is letting you place your first bet risk-free up to $1,000. Just place a bet on any game and FanDuel will refund you up to $1,000 back if you don't win your first bet. Just place any bet you want. If you win, you keep the cash. If you lose, you'll get your entire bet up to $1,000 back in site credit. If you've never tried FanDuel Sportsbook, what are you waiting for? Download the FanDuel Sportsbook app to get started and be sure to sign up with promo code GASMAN so they know I sent you. That's FanDuel Sportsbook, promo code GASMAN. Must be 21 or older and present in Tennessee. Site credit is non-withdrawable and expires 14 days after receipt. Terms apply. See sportsbook.fanduel.com for details. For problem gambling support, call 1-800-889-9789.
Guys, have you noticed that your hair is thinning more? Master Design Salon offers free consultation to get to the root of your problem. We have the latest in scope technology and expertise to help you to get new hair growth. Master Design is also a certified safe service establishment. That's Master Design Salon, 5149 Wheelers Drive, 685-2351. Master Design Salon, 5149 Wheelers Drive, 685-2351.
Listen Sundays at 11 a.m. to join Idlewild Presbyterian Church for worship. Idlewild is a PCUSA church located in Midtown Memphis.
Welcome back to Sports 56 Mornings with Peter Edmiston.
Yes, I will be good, I promise.
Co-hosting Sports 56 Mornings is Anthony Sane.
That's great, man.
Now, back to Peter and Anthony.
Oh, you better watch out. You better not cry. Better not cry. I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. Santa Claus is coming to town. Santa Claus is coming to town.
Woo! Santa's coming. He's coming. You better watch out. You better not cry. You better not pout. I'm telling you why. Welcome back. Hour number 2 is here. Hour number 3 on the way. And when we get there, we'll talk to our friend Rob Fisher, part of that broadcast team. You go talk to Fish about the bootleg life?
I wonder if Rob ever been about this streaming life. I'm sorry, bro. I just don't feel sorry for him.
He's employed by that. He's employed by that company.
Yeah. So sure, they can hook him up with the stream.
His paycheck is, sort of based on people, paying for the service properly.
Yeah. I wonder if they shoot him. You know what I'm saying? Does that come with a?
Well, I wonder, is he going to be like? Is he going to ask you to, start ponying out?
I don't know what to tell him.
You taking money out of his pocket?
I don't know what to tell. I know I ain't. I don't know what to tell the man.
We talked about the situation with Keontae Johnson.
Mm-hmm.
He collapsed on the court last Saturday, and people were saying, "Well, he had COVID earlier in the summer, and thankfully he's doing better, and he's improving. His condition is getting better, but he has been diagnosed with myocarditis." So that is a symptom or I should say a potential problem that is associated with COVID in athletes in particular. Young
Really?
people. He has in fact been diagnosed with it officially.
Who would have thought that, huh?
So just so you know, it's linked to COVID, and there you go. On top of that, there is a study that was done yesterday, or it was released, I guess yesterday. It was done last week by a group in Vanderbilt, and studying athletes specifically, and found that there was about a 3% rate of myocarditis amongst asymptomatic athletes with who were positive for COVID but did not have any symptoms. 3% of them ended up with myocarditis.
When we gonna stop being dumb, man? When are we gonna stop?
So let me just to put that in another term. That would mean that of 5,000, if there are 5,000 athletes that are testing positive, 5,000, let's just say college athletes in this case, but it could be any athlete. 5,000 college athletes. Of those, studies show that 150 would have some kind of myocarditis that would affect them for the remainder of their life. Some kind of a cardiac inflammation that potentially could lead to some significant heart problems for the remainder of their life. 3% doesn't sound like a large number, but when you put it like that and you think about all the athletes out there, that's a pretty big number. Again, 10,000 athletes, that's 300 of them who would have 20,000, that's 600. So it's a big number, and it's something to consider when we're out here doing this.
Yeah, it's crucial, man. And we had people who were chiming in last week saying, how can you assume that his complications, that this has something to do with COVID complications? How can you not assume that, man? With this, we just got to, as a human race, man, we just have to stop being so ridiculous. Like this kid, and I'm sure he's, I'm not trying to say he's not, what am I trying to, I'm not going to put all blame on other people, but I just feel like as a country, we've let so many people down. Like the fact that we haven't handled this thing any better. And having my own situation where I've had to where it really hit home, So that whole COVID thing, man, it's just I'm at the point now, man. It's like I'm just done trying to rationalize with people and trying to explain, and because it's just ridiculous, man. And we shouldn't be here at all. And I'm glad to see he's out of the hospital. I saw a video. He was dancing with this. Man, look at this stupid stuff. How do you know that he didn't? Shut up, man. Just shut up. Bro, what are you talking about, man? Anyway, Texas being dumb. But anyway, it's really sad. It's really sad as a country that this is where we are. And I hope that he can just, get normal life back together. I don't know if he's going to try to play again. I know that he was a projected first-round pick, so it's tough. It's tough that that part of his life may not ever happen. Hopefully he can, but more importantly, I'm just glad that he's fine. He's out of the hospital, and hopefully he'll be okay. So I don't really know. I don't really know if he can come back or not.
Not sure. That's the thing. I don't know how that's gonna go. But he continues to show signs of progress, which is great. There was a young man, Al Blades Jr., who was a safety for Miami, and he's had similar inflammation, post-COVID myocarditis was his diagnosis. There are others. There was a story yesterday about a UConn student who had severe heart failure and very nearly died. She was 21 and a swimmer, and so she was in quite good shape, and said it was just unreal what happened to her, and she ended up with 10% heart function. It's not something to play with.
No, not at all, man. Sad,
not something to play with. Not something to just say oh, hey, man, these kids will be fine. It's not something to play with. Thankfully, most cases, hopefully, fingers crossed, go by without too many complications. But there are enough that mean that we really need to be, especially with college sports, man. Professional sports, you know what? It's part of the gig. You're getting paid. You can negotiate the terms, all that stuff.
Right.
College sports, it's not the same. It's not a negotiation. You're not getting paid. It's just not worth it.
Sad,
Stinks, but that's where we are. Hour number 3 on the way. Rob Fisher is going to join us. We'll talk about the opener for the Grizzlies tonight. Spurs, Grizz, and the whole crew will be there, even if fans will not be. As we continue, Real Sports Talk, Sports 56, 96.1, 98.5.
Hey folks, I'm Jarrett Carter. My family recently purchased East Memphis Ace Hardware at Quince and White Station, and we're excited to offer the best selection of Big Green Egg and Traeger grills. And then don't forget about our Benjamin Moore Paint Studio and the Garden Center for flowers. Save 60% with our new Duracell key fob replacement program. We have a master locksmith service as well as glass cutting and screen repair. The East Memphis Ace Hardware, located at Quince and White Station behind Three Little Pigs.
Hi, I'm Tito Beveridge, founder and master distiller at Tito's Handmade Vodka. In 1997, I started the first micro distillery in the state of Texas with my dog, Dog Joe, at my side. We're still working with dogs out at the distillery after all these years. Learn more about how dogs are a part of life here at Tito's Handmade Vodka at vodkafordogpeople.com. Tito's Handmade Vodka is made from corn and naturally gluten-free. Cheers. 80 proof Tito's Handmade Vodka, distilled and bottled in Austin, Texas. Tito'sVodka.com.
Spend the holidays at home this year with a little help from Family Leisure. Family Leisure has so many spas on order. Now's your time to really save big. Huge savings on pool tables, game tables, arcades, massage chairs, and a whole lot more. Buy a pool now and save the 2021 price increase. Plus, you'll get early installation scheduling. The Holidays at Home sale happening now at Family Leisure, Whidden Road at I-40, where family and fun come together for the holidays.
Football season is in full swing, which means Hulu has live sports. You can watch your favorite players like Baker Mayfield on Hulu Plus Live TV. Get access to over 65 live channels, plus the largest streaming TV library, including exclusive originals and the hottest shows and movies. Start your free trial today so you don't miss a moment. Live TV plan required. Restrictions apply. Learn more at Hulu.com.
At Lexus of Memphis at 2600 Ridgeway, happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and they are offering the Golden Opportunity December to Remember sales event.
Thanks, Stats. December to Remember is our biggest sales event of the year. We've got great deals on leases, special financing, 0% interest on 2020s and 2021s. Come see us at Lexus of Memphis.
Thank you, Brian, and happy holidays to all and Merry Christmas, and we look so forward to 2021 and this year to forget 2020, but we look forward to 2021 at Lexus of Memphis at 2600 Ridgeway and online at lexusofmemphis.com.
Hi, I'm Troy Five-Ash, owner of Five-Ash Roofing. Do you have any idea why I never speak the way I am right now? It's because if you're honest, sincere, and knowledgeable, you do not need fast-talking, high-energy, gimmick-promising advertising to get a customer's attention. Speaking of that, how do you think companies can offer huge rebates and giveaways when you use their services or buy their products? By overcharging you in the first place, that's how. Five-Ash Roofing doesn't operate that way. It's misleading and dishonest. When I provide a customer with the best products and the best service possible and do it at a fair price, why would I need gimmicks to sell it? Best products, best warranties, and best service possible. That's all we offer. Well, that and financing. Five-Ash Roofing, proud partner of the Memphis Tigers and the official roofer of the Memphis Tigers home team. Five-Ash Roofing, fair, honest, and ethical. 367-0050 or memphisroofer.com. 367-0050 or memphisroofer.com.
Five-Ash Roofing, it's what we do. We're here for you.
I'm a big fan of Town Village, and there is always something to do year-round. Nestled in the heart of East Memphis, located corner of Park and Cherry, is a beautiful residential neighborhood. Looking for a great place to retire, but you still have a very active lifestyle? Then visit Town Village. Only requirements that you're 55 plus. Prices per month starting at $24.50. The Gourmet Chef welcomes you to visit our restaurant and bistro. Package includes 3 complimentary meals per day, maid service, free local transportation, monthly coffee club, themed dinner parties, lots of fun. Visit us and call Daniel or Bo at Town Village Audubon Park at 901-374-7342. There's no place like home. Town Village Audubon Park.
are Sports 56 WHBQ Memphis, W253DF Memphis, and WIVG Tunica Memphis. Flynn Broadcasting Stations. Sports 56 traffic.
We're still working an accident on I-240 westbound before Poplar Avenue. It's I-240 westbound before Poplar Avenue. Traffic is still going pretty slow, so take your time or use an alternate route to get to your destination. I-240 westbound before Poplar Avenue. Traffic is still going a little bit slow. And that's your Sports 56 traffic update.
Welcome back to Sports 56 Mornings with Peter Edmiston.
Yes, I will be good. I promise.
Co-hosting Sports 56 Mornings is Anthony Sane.
That's great, man.
This hour is brought to you by Acura of Memphis. Now, back to Peter and Anthony.
Breaking news this morning, my dog pooped on the rug while I was on the show.
Bad radio, bro.
It's disappointing.
Nobody want to
It's
hear that, man.
disappointing.
Bad radio.
It's disappointing, but we got to do what we got to do.
I gotta get you straight, man. Bad radio. Come on, man.
Get in line, Peter.
Get in line, Peter. James Harden, the radio right here.
You can't take it personally either. You can't go the other way.
Man, screw
You
these
gotta go-
folks. Don't disrespect
you gotta
me,
keep-
man.
you gotta keep-
You can say what you want to say, but don't ever put nothing like, nah, we ain't doing that this morning.
You can't go from one extreme to the other.
That's fine, too.
You know what I mean? You can't go from one extreme to the other.
That's fine,
You
too.
gotta, you got to keep it open, man. It's gonna. Remember,
you can tell when someone's saying something that's got some extra weight to it, Peter. So I have to call people out on that sometimes.
I understand that, but I want.
That's
but
something
I
you'll never
was-
have to go through. So your opinion really don't matter. Just being honest with you. That's no disrespect towards you, but you'll never have to go through that. You'll never get those type of comments.
I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
I'm not. That's not what I'm saying. And now I'll just leave.
Oh yeah, brother, I got you. I
That's
know
not
you're not
what.
saying
That's
that at all.
not. That's not. No. You're getting it twisted. What I'm saying. Hour number 3 is here as we continue here on the on a crazy, busy Christmas Eve edition
Yes.
of the show. It's a little overcast and it's nice outside, temperature wise. Although it's going to get colder and rainier over the course of the day, and then by the end of the evening, it's going to be quite cold and quite rainy. So sorry about that. I wish it were snowy, but not going to happen. Unfortunately, coming up, as we mentioned, Rob Fisher will join us here momentarily. You can too, 67129 on the First Bank text line, 67129, 360-8255 on the First Bank phone lines. We're here in the Family Leisure Studios in this hour, brought to you by our friends at Acura of Memphis. It is opening night for the Grizzlies. It's weird that it's opening night at this point, 2 days before Christmas. That's not the norm, to say the least, but nothing really is the norm these days. And so we have to do the best we can. Just like our friend Rob Fisher is going to do the best he can tonight on the broadcast on Fox Sports Southeast. Hopefully, many of you can still watch it somehow. Those of you that are dealing with the Sinclair situation. Rob Fisher, good morning. Why are you guys? Why is Sinclair doing this to the Grizzly fans out there?
Good morning and Merry Christmas to you.
Yeah. Why is it? Why are they being a Grinch? Why are they being the Scrooge? Come on, man.
I don't comment on that because I don't know the particulars, but call your cable subscriber, call Sinclair. I don't know. Call people and complain. Don't call and complain to me because I don't know the answer. Man,
Rob,
we get it on Twitter every single night. Hey, why aren't you guys? I don't know. I don't know. That's way above my pay grade. I don't. Take it up with them, man. I don't know.
Rob, can you shoot me a password and log in information for however you watch it?
I can do that. I got you. I just got it yesterday. So yeah, man, I got you.
I told you when I said Peter. I said I guarantee the Grizzlies got shot him something. We can watch the games.
Well, yeah, of course. I mean, he's on the set, for God's sake. He's just
Rob, are you offended that I don't pay for anything? Did I stream your product? Did I watch you illegally?
No, that's above my pay grade. I don't care. I'm just happy you're a viewer, man. We just want people to watch. Yeah.
Well,
all right.
often when I cut on, it's not you guys anyway. It's typically the other team. So.
Oh. Well.
Now he's offended.
Yeah,
now he may be offended at this point.
Now I'm a little.
I don't have a choice, though, Rob. You get what you get, man. When you hit the button, you get whatever feed comes. Sometimes it's you guys, and sometimes it's two schmoes I never heard of. But, hey, I'm with you in the spirit, man.
Well, good luck tonight. Hopefully it's us.
What are your expectations, Rob Fisher, for the season? We talked earlier on. We listened to Zach Kleiman, his expectations. We've heard Taylor Jenkins talk a little bit about it. From a win standpoint, the over/under total is at 32.5. You could touch on that if you'd like, but the idea. What do you think you'll see from the Grizzlies?
I don't know. I guess I'm a little more optimistic, and because I think they'll be better than they were a year ago. Now, that certainly depends on health for the team, and when Jaren's going to come back. If that creeps into February, well, then maybe we got a bigger problem. But hopefully that won't be the case, and hopefully it won't be too long before he makes his return. But I think even with that, I think their youth helps them in a schedule like this, with it being such a short off season for a lot of teams, and not having an extended training camp, and not having summer league, and not having those things. I think youth and continuity is the Grizzlies' advantage there. So you got to get off to a good start. I think the team improves based on just experience. I think Ja's better this year. I think Jaren, when he gets back, is better this year. I think Brandon Clark improves this year. I think the team just being together improves this year. So with all of that being said, if you come to numbers and win totals, I would say above, at or above, right around 500, but above 500. And I think that's an improvement on last year. You're in, that 7 to, people keep saying 7 to 10. I'll say 7-8. 7-8 spot.
All right.
I'll go 7-8. And, I think that's what I expect from this team this year. I expect a step up from a year ago. I think 32.5 is a joke.
Hey, I ain't mad at you.
Joke?
A joke, Peter.
Oh, my God. Okay. Wow.
I ain't mad at you, bro.
Check out
I just think that the whole,
right now. Let's go.
I think Jaren and Justice being gone that long.
Run into my app right now.
Just kind of affects us more than we want to.
Yeah, well, and Jaren more so because we still don't really know what we have in Justice.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'm with you. I mean, if Jaren's gone an extended period, I think that he's your second best scorer on the team. He's your leading scorer on the team.
He's your best shooter on the team. He's your best shooter.
Yeah, and so that's huge not having him. So you got to survive, but I think out of the gate, Grizzlies just with their youth and with the continuity, I think they'll be fine out of the gate. They just got to survive till Jaren gets back. And I like the fact that the Grizzlies had so many games last year that they weren't able to close. I think that year of experience, you close those. Let's say you close half of those that you didn't close last year, just half of them, you're over 500. So yeah, I expect the Grizzlies to make improvement this year. Why not?
Next question. Rob Fisher.
Yes.
John Morant.
That's a PA voice, man. I know that.
Oh, I was going
we
to
gotta get to that
too. That's right. I got to ask you about that whole thing too. Right? That's my ring announcer voice because I got to do ring announcing. It was very exciting. I enjoyed that tremendously. Mixed martial arts ring announcing, one of my favorite times. I almost got in a fight because I chose to wear a pink shirt, and this one guy that went to the fights was not happy with me wearing a pink shirt. Anyway, different story. He may have been quite drunk. Rob Fisher, John Morant, All-Star, yes or no?
Yes.
Woo!
Yes. I think yes.
I say so too. I'm with you.
I think he takes the next step, which I can't wait to watch. I mean, I'm so excited to watch him play this year because for how excited I was to see him last year and how special last year was, I'm looking forward to seeing what his next step is and what the incredible things he does on a nightly basis. I can't wait. I think he is an all-star because I think he he gets the attention from the beginning of the season this year, and it'll continue throughout the year, and he's going to dazzle with highlights. And, and like I said, I think the Grizzlies will be a good team. I don't, if the Grizzlies were down at the bottom of the West, well, maybe nobody cares. He's a great player on a bad team, but I don't think that's the case. I think the Grizzlies are right there in the mix, and because of that, they might be surprising some people, and that'll give them even more attention. So, yeah, I think all-star for Ja. Yes. Look what Luka did in year 2. I mean, the step that he took in year 2. Imagine that step for Ja, and what he'll be. For the words that we ran out of to describe Ja Morant, we better find them, because I think we're going to need them this year. I got to tell Pete that. That was pretty good. I got to tell Pete that one.
Yeah, you got to give that to Pete.
Yeah.
Now the other, I was thinking about this too. You go back, more or less almost as far as you can with the Grizzlies. Me and Sane go back all the way to the very beginning, and I'll ask both you guys: has there ever been a player, an individual player, that you are more excited to watch play for the Grizzlies than Ja Morant this year?
No.
I don't think so either. I can't think of one. I mean, like there's always appreciation for like Zach and TA and Mike and Mark, and appreciation for Rudy Gay and Pau Gasol and so on and so forth. But like in terms of just anticipating what might be and how good a season could be, I don't think there's ever been a guy in the same ballpark as Ja Morant.
No, I think I think the closest might be Mike Conley, because Mike was the guy that you saw year after year would take a big jump, and he got to the point in his career where you're like, well, where can he be better? What's that next jump for him? And that was kind of fun to watch, to see him just continue to elevate his career year after year. But, the other guys, they were great. But they were great year in and year out. It wasn't like you expected them to, this is going to be a Zebo year. There was never that injury they were coming back from, or I guess Mark had an injury he came back from, but you still just expected solid Mark
You knew what their ceiling was going to be. Yeah.
But this, this is an unknown, man, and it's different territory for us. So no, I don't think there's anyone close. But if I had to pick who was the closest, I think Mike Conley, and looking forward to where he could improve year in and year out.
Yeah, there was a year where Mark went from being good all-star level to being like top 10 player in the league. I can't remember what year that was. But that's still nothing close to what Ja could do.
You didn't go into the year thinking, Mark's going to elevate the top 10 in the league. You didn't really have that thought.
No.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, with Ja, it can be incredible.
The thing is with Marc Gasol's brilliance was like kind of, hey, look at this really nice pass, and then look at this, subtle defensive adjustment. Look at this ability to communicate with like players on the it wasn't, accompanied by like the possibility of like all-time great highlights every single night. You never quite know.
Right.
But literally every time Ja Morant steps on the floor, there is a possibility that you're going to see something that will be forever replayed. Like in NBA history, like when he, 2 months into his career, when he almost Frederick Weissed, Kevin Love in the middle of a game, like you're just like, huh? Like what? Like, when he's dunking on Aaron Baines to win a game, essentially, when he's, blocking Kyrie Irving straight up, just 3 games into his career. You don't, with Mark, like you weren't going to see that. And then no, again, that you're talking to, the number one Marc Gasol fan out there. Like no disrespect to Mark. It's just like, that's not what you saw with him.
Oh, well, Mark was great. And you knew the next year he'd be great. You didn't go into the next year going, he's going to take off this year. Because he was great. He was just at that level. And all those little things that you said that he did, well, he always did those. He just got better at them, but they were, that's not the we've never had a player who has a highlight reel of misses that John Morant had last year.
Right.
and I think in year 2, if again half of those misses become makes. I mean, imagine his highlight reel from last year if just half of those misses are makes.
If he'd actually jumped over Kevin Love's head and dumped him.
Right, right. And so now in an NBA
2,
game. In year 2, I think that improvement of Ja, we're going to see those. We're going to see those near misses now become makes, and I mean, I can't wait. I'm fired up. 6:00, Grizzlies Live tonight on Fox Sports Southeast.
Oh, an hour, huh?
Yeah, an hour. Yeah. Hour pregame tonight, and the game tips off at 7. Pete and Brevin, of course, on the call. And
right.
Grizzlies Live at 6. Special hour edition, yeah.
Yeah, I got the good thing I sent you that almanac that help you out.
Man, that is good. Speaking of poop, that is good poop and reading.
I try to help you out as best I can out there. Do you think with the I think it's you've seen this team in lots of different iterations and areas of its growth and all that stuff. I think fans, I know fans aren't going to be there tonight, and I know fans are. It's going to be a rough year from a fan viewing perspective in the arena. Hopefully by the playoff time things are much improved, but the excitement level of a franchise, and you've been a Cardinal fan your whole life. You've been fans of teams yourself. I've been telling people, Fish, and I'm just curious your thoughts that this is the kind of season that you really don't get a lot of, and it's really special, and you'll appreciate it, later on, because there's literally hundreds of different types of things that could happen this year. It's all on the table, and there's really no weight of expectation. Like this year, if you're a Nets fan, yeah, you're excited, but there's also the weight of expectation. If it all comes collapsing down, then you look like you're heartbroken. Like you really expect a lot. Rockets fans have been expecting a lot and have been just gutted by this. Clipper fans, oh man, we're great now. Actually, it turns out our guys collapse in the big moment. Like all this stuff is out there. All these expectations build up for the Grizzlies. Like there's just no expectation. All it is good stuff. Like the good things that happen. It's all there for you, and I just don't next year it might be different. Year after that, it's probably going to be different, where the Grizzlies are going to have expectations to actually do things and real, honest to goodness expectations. This year there are none. So as you're a fan, I don't know, man. To me, you appreciate this year a lot.
I think it's 2 years in a row where there's been more excitement over a team when the win total is not discussed. You know what I mean?
Yep. Right.
I mean, in the past, you'd be like, well, I think we could get 50 or we'll get 45. Or you'd always put a win total on it, and you'd be excited about what your team could accomplish. This feels like such an unknown that it's such an exciting ride. And, last year was special, man. It was a special season, and it's unfortunate that it got cut short and because of what it was, and to have, the thing that I always thought when the game was stopped, and the thing that I thought the Grizzlies would miss out on the most was that experience of games down the stretch of a season in buildings that are full with fans, of what it means to get a playoff spot. And then if they did make the playoffs, what that experience is like. And unfortunately, that wasn't able to happen last year. But I think they still did get a great experience, and it was a special year where when the season started, there was more excitement over that Grizzlies team that had no expectations. 0 expectations last year. Right. And there was more excitement over a team with no expectations than I had seen in a long, long time. And this year, I think that excitement just grows because of what we've seen. But I think people have also bought into the idea of this is a process. This is year 2. It's exciting, but we see the growth. I think people have seen it, and they buy into it. a lot of times, especially for how spoiled Grizzlies fans were, how we all were, going to the playoffs 7 years in a row and having that experience and having that fun at the arena every night. I mean, that was awesome. And then when it went away, it was, it's kind of depressing when the last game of your season. It sucks. But last year, even though it turned out like it was and there was no playoffs, there were no playoffs last year, the excitement of it was more so than any other team that we've had. And I think going into this year, it's not, again, playoffs or bust. No one's talking about playoffs. People are talking about the growth of this team and the excitement of a budding superstar. And I mean, it's a unique time, and it's not a time that we've ever had, because when the Grizzlies were good the first time, it was a couple of young guys, but a couple of veterans that were brought in that made up that core four. These are our guys, and they're young, and we know that they're going to be around for a long, long time. And I think that makes it doubly exciting as well.
You have also some of the great breaking news that I've ever seen. The Rockets are working with an NBA. The Rockets, according to Tim McMahon from ESPN, the Rockets are working with NBA office to review video of James Harden at a strip club. I actually saw this video last night, and I reviewed it closely, and I could in fact find out that it was at a strip club, and there were in fact ladies who were unclothed there. And I watched the video several times just to, really make sure that's what I was seeing. Absolutely,
Right. It does kind of resemble some adult establishments, so I've heard.
Well, I mean, again, there was a particular moment in there where it definitely resembles an adult establishment in the sense that there's a completely naked lady who's doing her thing. So that's definitely.
How are they going to determine if it's recent or not? What are they going to?
I don't know. Like I said, I watched it probably several dozen times. It's hard for me to determine, but I'm gonna keep watching it just to see if I can maybe help with that investigation in some way.
Sure.
You really just share my thoughts on that.
Man, I hope it's
what
not
happens?
old, and I hope it's not from Portland.
What happens with James Harden, and what do we need to do to get James Harden's beard to be part of this vaccine? Because obviously there are some restorative properties. This man's been out and about and has somehow not gotten COVID. So I don't know. It's amazing.
Yeah, man, I don't know what's going to happen. It's very interesting to me, and I mean, I'd deal them as fast as I can. We talked about this on Night Court. I'm not sure if you know about Night Court.
Man, shout out to Night Court
podcast. Yeah, shout out Night Court with Brevin Knight and myself. We talked.
I know about Night Court
this week. Yeah, shout out to the Night Court.
Yeah, man, pop star moves, man. Pop star moves. I got you, bro.
We talked a lot about James Harden this week, and I don't think James Harden's a winner. I mean, we've talked about it before. I never thought Dwight Howard would win a ring in his career, and it took him to accept his role and be a role player to get himself a ring with the Lakers. And I give him credit; he earned it. He accepted his role. He played his role really well. I can't see James Harden winning a ring. And winning a ring is not the most important thing. And I know they talked about it on TNT last night because Chuck never won a ring. That's not the issue with me. But the issue with me is I don't think he'll have a chance to win a ring because I don't think he's a winner. And to have to change your whole team for one guy is, I don't know. I just don't think that's a winning recipe. I think Houston tried it. Houston tried, and they were really good. And they've gotten to the Western Conference Finals twice. But it's not good enough. And you can't put a team around him that makes it work. He's one of the greatest players in the game. Superstar status. He's unguardable. But I don't think you can win with him. I don't. And I know there are teams that think they can. But if I'm Houston, go ahead and try. I mean, at this point, you can't let him run the organization. You just can't. It feels like he's handcuffing them, and I think they need to just move away from it.
Who wins?
Who wins tonight?
Who wins tonight, and then who wins the championship?
Okay. I think the Grizzlies win tonight. They are favored to win tonight.
2.5 point favorites.
Fan, big head promo code.
That's right. Thank you very much. Free bet up to $1,000 if you get it right. You get the money. You lose it. Promo site credit. So just FYI. Thank you for the
very
plug.
good. You got it. I don't know, man. I think Brooklyn wins it.
You think Brooklyn wins the whole thing?
Yeah.
I ain't mad at you for that. I don't agree, but I'm not mad at you.
I mean, I don't want them to, but they're really good. I mean, I think they win the East. I think they're that good to win the East because it's not just those two guys. They got a good group of players around those two guys.
You're adding Kyrie and KD to a playoff team. That was
right.
Kyrie presented the game ball. Kyrie presented the game ball last night to Steve Nash. So just so you know.
Oh,
one of his coaches.
Nice with Kyrie.
Yeah. And unlike the Earth, the ball is round. So everybody needs to remember that as well.
How did he write on it? He was able to sign his autograph on it.
That locker room, Nets locker room is nice though. That's a nice locker room. I got to say.
Yeah. No, it's nice. It's a nice.
They got spots on the locker room. They have spots in the lockers that are beautifully lit for you to really show off your shoes. Like you put your shoes on it looks like they're in like a display rack at a high end store. Like it's that's nice.
Like my closet.
It is very much. You would love it. This does look like your closet right here.
Yeah.
Well, everybody, watch Rob Fisher, whether legally or illegally. Watch Rob Fisher tonight at 6:00 on the old TV, Fox Sports Southeast Grizzlies Live special hour edition, and then of course Pete and Brevin Fish on the call from 7 until about 9:15 or probably somewhere in that neighborhood of the of Grizzlies and the Spurs tonight, the opener of what should be a very fun season. Rob Fisher, thank you so much.
Gentlemen, Merry Christmas, man. Have a great weekend. I look forward to visiting with you next week.
Merry Christmas to you too, my friend. Thank you so much. Rob Fisher joining us here on the program. When we come back, we'll continue. Got that one strip club incident to talk about, and then another strip club. It's multiple strip club incidents. That's what a Christmas miracle this is. We'll talk about that as we continue here from the Family Leisure Studios. Real Sports Talk, Sports 56, 96.1, 98.5.
Get happy with Sports 56 Happy Hour with Johnny Radio. Weekday afternoons from 1 to 3 on Sports 56, 98.5, and 96.1.
Did you know nearly 40% of men under 40 and over 75% of men over the age of 40 experience sexual performance concerns? At the Memphis Men's Clinic, their experienced physician performs a comprehensive evaluation that determines which specific issues may interfere with your sexual performance. These issues can vary and range from anxiety to medical issues, low testosterone, or erectile dysfunction. The Memphis Men's Clinic has evaluated hundreds of men of all ages over the years and reestablished a normal sexual life. The Memphis Men's Clinic will work aggressively to resolve issues and allow you to restore your sexual health and overall well-being. That's the Memphis way. If you're 20 years old or 90 years old, come and get cared for the Memphis way. Treatment that's based on your specific needs after a professional clinical evaluation by their experienced board-certified physician. Call the Memphis Men's Clinic today at 901-443-0475 or visit memphismensclinic.com.
Grind City Brewing Company is taking care of beerness in Memphis. Grind City Brewing is the dream of a father and son duo to create a brand that delivers a high quality, great tasting, and easy drinking craft beer. And they've done it. The brewery sits high above the city elevation in uptown Memphis with 15,000 square feet of beerness, including a 5,000 square foot tap room. Grind City Brewing is committed to all things Memphis, including the Tigers. They have created a malt liquor called Tiger Tail that is the official craft beer of the University of Memphis. Tiger Tail Tail comes in 16-ounce six-packs and is not your typical malt liquor. Tiger Tail is crafted with a bold and smooth flavor, has 7.5% alcohol, and its clean finish makes it incredibly easy drinking. Tiger Tail and Grind City Brewing, taking care of beerness in Memphis.
There's a reason why FanDuel is America's #1 sportsbook. Their app is simple to use. They've got great odds on all different betting markets, unique fun bet types like same-game parlays, and exclusive always-on promotions such as enhanced odds boosts on their biggest events and bet insurance to let you get more action out of every game day. And if you win, they even get you your winnings safely in as little as 24 hours. Right now, FanDuel is letting you place your first bet risk-free up to $1,000. Just place a bet on any game and FanDuel will refund you up to $1,000 back if you don't win your first bet. Just place any bet you want. If you win, you keep the cash. If you lose, you'll get your entire bet up to $1,000 back in site credit. If you've never tried FanDuel Sportsbook, what are you waiting for? Download the FanDuel Sportsbook app to get started and be sure to sign up with promo code GASMAN so they know I sent you. That's FanDuel Sportsbook, promo code GASMAN. Must be 21 or older and present in Tennessee. Site credit is non-withdrawable and expires 14 days after receipt. Terms apply. See sportsbook.fanduel.com for details. For problem gambling support, call 1-800-889-9789.
Ever wonder just how far an extra mile really goes? Drive a Mercedes-Benz van and find out. Start with a network of over 250 authorized dealerships backed by a sales force ready to help you with everything from customization to service on vans like the Mercedes-Benz Sprinter that's tailored to your lifestyle. With options like Blind Spot Assist and MBUX voice command for spoken directions, weather, and more.
The route is being calculated.
So whether you're enjoying life on the trail or working hard on the job, see how far an extra mile can really go by taking the first step into an authorized Mercedes-Benz van dealership today. Now with IRS Section 179, businesses could be eligible for up to a $25,900 tax deduction. That's up to $5,439 in tax savings.
Options and model availability may vary. See dealer for details about costs and terms. Some equipment described is optional. $5,439 tax savings based on 21% federal tax rate and eligibility to claim full $25,900 Section 179 vehicle deduction. Your tax rate and eligibility may vary. Consult your tax advisor for more information. Limits may apply. Visit mbvans.com. Offer valid through December 31st, 2020.
When you think about Memphis-style hot wings, you better be thinking about Crumpy's Hot Wings, because they're made from the freshest ingredients and always deliver that mouth-watering taste that you expect from your hot wings. Now you can visit their new location at 420 South Germantown Parkway. You can also call them at 901-207-1273 and see for yourself why Crumpy's is simply the best. Ask for the Sports 56 Special, which is 20 pieces of whole wings, large fries, and 4 drinks at just $38 for your family or group gatherings. Crumpy's Hot Wings, simply the best.
Welcome back to Sports 56 Mornings with Peter Edmiston.
Yes, I will be good, I promise.
Co-hosting Sports 56 Mornings is Anthony Sane.
That's great, man.
This hour is brought to you by Acura of Memphis. Now, back to Peter and Anthony.
We'll be ringing the sad, sad news. Oh, what a Christmas.
Oh,
to
yeah.
have the blues.
Are you with me? Hour number 3.
It's like so slow.
Let me
I know.
let me clear something up. Let me clear something up before we go on.
All right.
But again, shout out to Rob Fisher. Great, great as always. Glad we could get Rob on before the holidays. Before we brought Rob on, me and you were joking once again, and I said something that I want the listeners to understand, because the way you said it, I didn't want people to think I was saying anything towards you. Basically, Peter was joking with me like we always do when I went on my pop star rant, and Peter was like, I got an email from somebody, and I was talking about the response that someone texted in where I responded to them, not anything that Peter said. Me and Peter, that's what we do. We joke, we poke at each other. So I want to clear up to everyone. Peter didn't say anything that I took to be offensive. So it was something that a texter said, because you my homie, man. I
wasn't worried about it, man. That's
yeah. Because I didn't want people to.
You and I get after each other. That's the whole point.
I didn't want people to think I was responding to you, because you don't have an intolerable bone in your body. So, like you said, you can say the ginger ninja easily without slipping up. So I'm not concerned. I'm not concerned with anything like that. But yeah, people say things with weight sometimes, man. And we'll talk more off the air. But sometimes people find those opportunities to say things with weight.
I see. And I understand what you're saying.
Oh yeah, brother. I feel you, bro.
That's an important point.
Right.
Now, one thing else to point out. Last night, one of the great quotes that I've heard already this year, in a very short NBA season thus far, is from James Wiseman. James Wiseman last night.
Looking like
he had a tremendous garbage time performance. 19 points in 24 minutes.
Baby Grant Hill.
Oh yeah, oh God, oh my God, I'm scared to touch that one. Does Deron Johnson live in Memphis? Let me find that out first.
I don't know. Yeah, I'll leave that one to you.
Well, it's out there now. It's out there. Go ahead, Peter.
Yeah.
It's out there.
James Wiseman last night, he was asked about the game. He said, his quote, James Wiseman, quote, "After not playing in a long time, I was very impressed with myself." Hey, I like that. That's one of my favorate quotes. I was very impressed with myself.
Bro. I'm stuck on Gray Hill, bro. I'm sorry. Yeah. And Zach's over there just in tears. I got to say it, Peter. I got to put it out there now, man. Shout out to Deron Johnson, one of my favorite Tigers of all time. That guy's redemption story is amazing. And I saw him play in a charity game. The what is it? The Blue and Gray Legends game, whatever it's called. Like Zach's over there just tore it up. And Gerard was playing like full strip, like full speed. Like it wasn't no exhibition, it wasn't no scrimmage. He was going full speed.
No. That's right.
But with that being said, as you guys know, I frequent the Grizzlies Facebook or Tigers Facebook pages.
Yeah, you go into the dark corners of the internet.
Yeah, man.
Where
it gets dark. It gets dark. And this is an impromptu views from the Tigers Facebook. But Deron Johnson said, man, just looking at James Wiseman's skill set, man, he looks like Grant Hill. Like Jordan Hill, maybe, but not Arizona legend Jordan Hill, maybe.
Solomon Hill?
Benny Hill, baby.
Yeah. Oh my God. You sent me that last night. I said, what is Jaron Johnson? What is he doing, man? Grant Hill?
Grant Hill was one at Jordan comps, like one of the best, one of the most transitional wings, like better, like, you know.
Jaron Johnson apparently is playing, at least at this point, his most recent, he's playing in Qatar.
Okay, well, he's not in Memphis. Good.
He may still be back in Memphis by now.
I don't want that Jaron Johnson smoke, man, because that dude, any dude that plays
for Al Rayyan of the Qatari basketball league.
Okay, any dude that plays in a scrimmage game, you know, that hard, like for the fans, like no, I don't want no smoke with that dude. But that James Wiseman look good, man. He looked good for real. Like, you know,
he looked all right.
I've had my questions about James Wiseman. I still do. I mean, but you know, he had a good opening performance, and I said a while ago, I said right here on the show, how dare I give myself props again? I'm sorry, I hate that offends people, but I said that if I had the number one pick in the draft, I'd take James Wiseman. I wouldn't screw around with Anthony Edwards, who I think is a middle midget, and I wouldn't mess with LaMelo Ball, who I actually am a fan of, but I would have taken Wiseman. I think his ceiling is higher than any of those guys. I think the other two guys having the potential to be bust, possibly. And I don't think there's a scenario where James Wiseman is anything worse than the athletic big that you can use. And
I don't think LaMelo Ball is going to be. I would pick LaMelo Ball. I told you LaMelo.
Nah, I ain't feeling. I mean, I
feel good about it. I watch him in preseason, man. He looks good. He looks like a player. Nah, in this league, man. I told you my thoughts on Wiseman.
Can he shoot? You don't question his decision making? You don't think he's 6'8"?
LaMelo? No, I think LaMelo. No.
You don't think he's 6'8" Jay Will?
No. I think he's really good. He's really good.
I do too. I still would take Wiseman.
He's a genius with the ball in his hands. Like his passing is like next level.
He's Black Ricky Rubio.
He is
like
next
level.
I've been
saying he's Black Ricky Rubio forever.
He is Black Ricky Rubio to some extent. I think he's probably a little better shooting than Ricky Rubio was.
You would take that over more athletic James Wiseman? I mean, more athletic David Robinson?
Hell yes, I would. In this league, absolutely. You saw what a great James Wiseman performance did last night. I mean, this league is different. If you believe in that jump shot, he did hit a 3, so there you go.
Yeah, there you go.
You know, so if you believe in that jump shot, then I think there's a lot to like there. I'm not so sure I believe in it, so we'll see. I mean, he's a good player. I mean, I would certainly have taken him 2, but LaMelo was my number 1. I sure as hell wouldn't take Anthony Edwards over him.
I have a thing with not trusting weird kids, and LaMelo's weird.
I mean, I don't know, man. The family's weird. Like, what he had no chance not to be weird.
Speaking of weird, did you see the fourth member of the Migos? Are you ready for this? Are you ready for Are you ready for all signs pointing to him being a Grizzly one day?
Man, that SoundCloud album about to be lit, fam. Like,
we can't play it because it's got some adult language in it. But see if I can find that clip,
man. No. Listen, it's
Miles Bridges.
Between,
man, I'm telling you.
But Miles Bridges is. I mean, I don't know how you can watch that video. He's got James Harden. It's James Harden style. I mean, you watch that video. It's just several violations.
Yeah, it just
theoretically, just in that video, just waiting to happen. My man was stacking masks. What is that? Explain that one to me. That one I don't get. You stacking masks. I'm confused on that one. So we mentioned that the NBA is currently vigorously watching James Harden's strip club video and trying to interpret it as best they can. Figure out
to kind of get some
when it was. It's definitely out there. It's definitely a real video. It is out there. You can find it without.
Well, this guy in the back had on that Jordan 12 that didn't come out until so more than likely, unless you got to a bootleg channel.
Put the metadata. Can we get the metadata on that? If you notice the breasts are moving slightly out of sync here, let me enhance it even further to see exactly if the timing is right. And
I can see some guys doing some real research on real.
Oh, absolutely, really
in-depth research,
private research probably would just be make sure. But then you also had by the same another. So James Harden is, I guess, trying to tank his value. Like if he wants to be traded, why are you making yourself less valuable by getting yourself potentially suspended for tonight's game and everything else? And then there's my man Dwayne Haskins, who celebrates his first start in a while as a Washington football team quarterback by apparently taking a cue from James Harden and going out and hanging out with strippers at an event without wearing a mask. And unclear, a lot of people doing some research on these photos as well, Anthony saying. It was unclear where they were taken. Were they taken at a strip club? Or were Haskins apparently is telling people that he hired the strippers for a private party at a hotel suite, which I think is probably even better.
There's nothing wrong with that. That's being safe and responsible, man.
Yeah.
That's what I've been suggesting for all these guys. You want to do all that, man, just do it at the house. Why you out in public eating wings and come on, man. James Harden, bring the party to your house, man. Like Juicy J said, put a mask on. Like
you would still need to wear a mask if you're gonna get all that, unless well, now if you had your strippers quarantining, if you had a stripper bubble. Now that's what some James Harden.
Come on, that's baller type stuff there, man.
Now why can't James? If Tom Cruise can buy a cruise ship, why can't Harden rent a house and have his strippers live there for 14 days?
Yeah, 14 days in quarantine.
And then at that point, it's all there.
I agree. I totally agree.
I mean, he's got plenty of money. I don't know why he wouldn't do that. That seems like a small price.
Sounds kind of R. Kelly-ish, but
well, I'm not saying they would all.
Maybe R. Kelly's been a pioneer this whole time. He's been trying to show, we've knocked R. Kelly for kidnapping kids, like kidnapping 19, 20-year-old girls, like. Maybe we should be giving them props for being a pioneer, showing you how to
19 and 20. You may be giving them a little too much credit.
But hey, I'm talking about the latest version of R. Kelly. I'm not going to kill the man for his past grievances. So I'm going to stick to talking about the latest stuff.
We call that Arantine.
Yeah, Arantine. Maybe we should be giving R. Kelly props, man, for these, for quarantining women in his house. for
his new album is called R&T.
the safest, you know.
I got
sessions
you an
got.
R&T, girl.
Have you heard Juicy J's song? We started talking about, man. Put a mask on, man.
Yeah.
You get a contagion, man.
Yeah.
Wait,
so I don't know why. I don't know why he wouldn't do that. Why wouldn't you do that? It's you know. I'm not saying you have to you don't have to trap the women there.
Right.
They're free to go if they choose not to.
Trapped in the quarantine.
But I'm just saying, if you pay them, and you say, look, let's quarantine for 14 days. Here's some money. Here's a nice little house that I've rented.
Just like being in the bubble, man. All expenses paid. You know.
Then if you want to have your own little private party, then then there you go. I'm sure the NBA will be fine with that.
I can see James Harden calling R. Kelly now. Robert, it's me, the beard. How do you pull it off? He gonna say, James, now I can talk to you for a minute. James. R. Kelly quarantine.
Oh yeah, R&T, baby.
The man been trying to set this. He been trying to show this country how to live a normal life. Man, forever.
No, he's been a real trailblazer
Exactly,
for so
man.
many years.
Oh my God. Oh God. Oh God. Hey man, when is the break? Man, I can't get to that. Oh God.
Bump and grind.
Yeah, man.
Beard and weird. Let's go.
Yeah.
Hour number 3 continues here live from the Family Leisure Studios as we
quarantine.
There's too many strip club stories in the news today. There's too many. There's too many there. As we wrap this up, Real Sports Talk, Sports 56 96.1 98.5.
Sports Time with Wallow and Stats. Weekdays from 3 to 6 on Sports 56, 98.5 FM and 96.1 FM.
I want to do some bragging rights. Hey, I was just the other day overhearing a conversation with Big Mike, the manager of DeSoto Auto Sales. They've got people buying cars all over the country. North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, Alabama, Arkansas, Texas. People from all over the country buy cars at DeSoto Auto Sales in Olive Branch, Mississippi. Why? DeSoto Auto Sales has the most stringent car inspection in America. They get it right the first time. Quality and low mileage, factory warranty on most vehicles. My favorite part is the people who work there. Big Mike, all the employees are professional, friendly, and go that extra mile. Expect as you walk in the door, you're treated like family. DeSoto Auto Sales understands your time matters. We can help you find your dream car and get all the paperwork finished in less than an hour. Come see us at DeSoto Auto Sales and be part of our family. Have a great buying experience every time. 662-890-7184.
Hi, this is Troy Fiveash, owner of Fiveash Roof Services. You've heard me talk about how we offer the best products, the best warranties, and the best services for years. Now let's talk about pricing. Pricing should never be the only reason you hire a contractor, but in today's world, pricing is always a consideration. So we suggest you get 2 or 3 estimates for your roof replacement from a reputable, licensed, and insured company, and then give us a call. If we can't beat your best price for a comparable roof system by more than $100, we'll give you $100. It's that simple. We are so sure we can offer you the best price, beating all other qualified companies. We will hand you $100 if we can't, and thank you for the opportunity. So give us a call. What's the worst thing that's going to happen? Make $100? Fiveash Roof Services, a proud supporter of Tiger Athletics and the official roofer of the Tigers home team. Fiveash Roof Services, fair, honest, and ethical. 367-0050 or memphisroofer.com.
Fiveash Roofing, it's what we do. We're here for you.
The folks at Homer Skelton Hyundai want to say thank you. Thank you, Memphis, for another spectacular year. They set records, but I can understand why. You think about the product. Where else do you get a 10-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty? That's what you get on every new car at Homer Skelton Hyundai. Oh, and thank you again for the 11th straight year, the #1 certified pre-owned car dealership in all of Memphis. It starts with that product, but then it goes to the shopper assurance. Where else do you go where you get transparent pricing, flexible test drive, take the car for a couple of days if you want, streamlined buying process? You're not going to be there all day, in and out. And then, and I have not seen this anywhere else, the 3-day worry-free exchange. You buy a new car, if you've got any buyer's remorse, You've got 3 days to change your mind. Just get on Lamar, take it into Mississippi, the first exit's Craft Road, turn left, and go see Chris True and all the gang at Homer Skelton Hyundai.
I Buy Houses, 901-406-1101. That's 901-406-1101. I Buy Houses. I Buy Houses will buy a house in any area, in any condition, and yes, it's guaranteed to close in 5 days. If you need to sell your home quickly, call 901-406-1101. If you've been through a divorce, if you lost your job, if you're tired of renters, I Buy Houses can get you your money quickly. I Buy Houses will buy your home in Shelby County, DeSoto County, Memphis, Bartlett, South Haven, Horn Lake, Olive Branch, anywhere and everywhere in between in any condition. And yes, they're open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I Buy Houses, 901-406-1101. That's 901-406-1101. Grab that pen, 901-406-1101. I Buy Houses.
At Jason's Deli, when you're dining in or picking up curbside, you can expect wholesome food and no surprises, just delicious sandwiches, crisp salads, and quick quality meals made with the freshest ingredients and no artificial trans fats, MSG, high fructose corn syrup, or artificial colors and dyes. Around here, a lot of thought goes into what we put into our food and what we take out of it, because you're not just taking a bite, you're getting a taste of who we are. New items are constantly being created to expand our menu for all tastes and special diets with vegan and gluten-free options available. Convenience and on-time delivery you can count on. It's just a click away at jasonsdeli.com, so whether you need to feed 5 people or 5,000, the team at Jason's Deli, they have the credentials and the commitment to keep you satisfied. Freshness is nearby at Jason's Deli with locations at Ridgeway in the Park Place Center, Poplar and Highland, Germantown Road in Cordova, and on Goodman Road in Olive Branch. Jason's Deli. It's wholesome food and no surprises.
It's on Mid-South employee pricing for all during the Big Finish 2020. So get ready to save big with 2021 Jeep Renegade Latitude 4-wheel drive. IIHS Top Safety Pick $22,990 or $296 a month. Or power up with 2020 Dodge Charger $24,890 or $299 a month. And we're talking Ram Tough in a 2020 Ram 1500 Tradesman Crew Cab 4x2 $31,999 or $399 a month. It's time to get your ride on at Gossett Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram Fiat. So drive past the rest and come to the best. Gossett Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram Fiat. 1901 Covington Pike or online at GossettMotorCars.net.
If you want it, we got it at Gossett Motor Cars.
Almost finance through Chrysler Jeep Ram 3,500 cash down, Charger 4,500 cash down, 4.11 APR, Cherokee MD 15674, MSRP 28,050, Charger XST LH 248,348, MSRP 32,860, Ram LG 290,329, MSRP 37,855, includes all rebates and incentives, PF 695, excludes tax title and license with approved credit. See dealer for complete details. Offer valid through 12/31/20, dealer stock only.
Welcome back to Sports 56 Mornings with Peter Edmiston.
Yes, I will be good, I promise.
Co-hosting Sports 56 Mornings is Anthony Sane.
That's great, man.
This hour is brought to you by Acura of Memphis. Now, back to Peter and Anthony.
And hauling through the snow at a frightening speed with a half a dozen deer with a Rudy to lead. He's gotta wear his goggles cause the snow really flies, and he's cruising every pad with a little surprise.
Hour number 3 brought to you by friends at Acura of Memphis. A lot of folks making that drive here and there and everywhere for the holiday season. You know, you can't maybe doing a drive-by Christmas thing. You can't, well, you really shouldn't get together with big family member things. Just not going. That's not a good situation. See, my dog is unhappy about the whole thing.
It's gonna be a strange Christmas for me, fam.
Hang on, let me just calm this.
Bad radio.
Just listen. That is.
Talk about bad
is.
radio, man. I gotta get you straight over. Set you straight over there, man.
I know. I gotta get little pupster here is unhappy about what's going on. Sorry.
But yeah, we'll talk amongst us.
You got to do a little drive-by situation. You know what I mean? Don't do full on Christmas this year. We got too many cases. We got too much going on. I know it stinks. I know it's unfortunate. I know you hate it, but that's just the way that it is. We got to be mindful of that. This year, next year, hopefully everything will be back and we can take care of it the way that it needs to be. The Detroit Lions right now are dealing with a huge COVID outbreak among their coaching staff. They don't even know if anyone can coach this week, Anthony, saying that's how bad things are. That's where we are right now. They may not even have coaches.
They should just quit. They should just turn their game.
It's everything's limping to a finish. You got all these seasons start, and then the finish is.
The finish looking sick.
So it's a little rough. Speaking of which, the Tigers' season finishes tonight with the Montgomery Bowl.
You watching
You have any thoughts? You have any thoughts on the Montgomery Bowl?
I think that the Tigers had a very respectable season,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm glad to see that it's ending safely.
Yeah, that's my thing. I'm glad that the season was respectable. I'm glad that they finished or they're going to finish the season. I cannot bring myself to I'll just be honest. I cannot bring myself to get super excited about the Montgomery Bowl, especially after last year and the excitement of the Cotton Bowl and the whole thing,
Right.
and
It's a
this
big
year
fall
being
off.
what it is. It's just a big fall off. It's rough. It's rough this year, man. It's rough just in general.
Yep.
This year. So hope everybody gets through it safely and without any major incident. That's really all I can hope for.
It's rough when you got to go from the Cotton Bowl to a place where people may actually still be picking cotton. Hard times.
People are picking cotton. I mean, with
using sharecroppers.
Well, that's
Let me throw that part.
Now we're getting into a.
Let me throw that part out.
The specifics of that are a little, little details right there. We'll talk in the morning about what happened last night. Should be a terrific night at FedEx Forum. Unfortunately, fans can't be there, but hopefully everybody stays
We'll be
safe
there in the spirit.
In the meantime, certainly we will.
Happy holidays,
everybody. Coming. Yes, indeed, and you as well. Coming up next, middays. Y'all be good.
Even in